this critique of you because of your assertion. Then you changed it and said, oh, well, those people who you're talking about must be committing violence because their parents pushed an identity on them that they don't fully belong to. Now, that's the order of events. That's your change in narrative. And I'm fine
Well, a
with it.
third party disagreed with you that was the case too. That you asked to agree with you and they didn't agree with you.
Who are you talking about?
You asked somebody else if that's what happened. If you're thinking of events was what happened, and somebody else said
Son,
that
look,
they didn't
there's
agree
no
with that.
thinking of events. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, like you have an
I make
interpretation of
this
events,
argument.
and
Look,
obviously he's disagreeing with it.
look, he didn't disagree with it. And
Well,
secondly,
he does disagree with
I make this argument every day. I know
it. Okay,
exactly what this guy said. His claim
okay.
was the number of sexual partners leads to the violence. That was his
Well,
claim,
the no,
which I
that's not what he said in
immediately
my
said,
interpretation either.
which I immediately said was a silly ass notion. And by the way,
Well,
it is
you
a silly ass
misinterpreted him.
notion.
In my view, you misinterpreted him, and
You weren't
in the view of
here.
the other person you
You were
asked,
not here to know if I
well,
misinterpreted it.
the other person you asked as well said that you misinterpreted him as well.
Then
So
if
the,
if
I
you
the
didn't
majority
said
of people,
quite. I
the
didn't
majority of
quite say
people.
that.
Well, I'm not saying that you totally said that, but I'm saying you did say that what he is thinking right now that he said is not what you interpreted that the other guy said either.
Yeah, what Motorcycle Helmet Guy claimed he originally said was that most trans people are hypersexual.
Yeah,
That is indeed what he initially said.
yes, but
He
he
did
also
yes,
then,
said that led to
yeah,
their
he did
violence.
then make the connection with violence. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
He
I know
did.
he did.
So, like on the
And
actual,
that's why I pushed back on him with the
yeah,
or
young
was it that, or
people.
was he arguing that sexuality was like
Dude,
the
you weren't
hypersexuality was
even
like an element?
here.
Well, I caught part of it, so I'm asking really quick. Was the argument, in fact, that he was arguing that the immoral act of like hypersexualization is like part of the disconnect from morality generally? I think is what
No,
he
yeah,
was trying to
he
say.
didn't
yeah.
argue that at
He said
all.
that it was fundamentally immoral, and to try
Yeah,
to develop it into something interesting, he's got a union of the virtues and vices idea of Plato was saying all the virtues are really sort of the same, and so all the vices are sort of the same. If you're bad in
yeah,
one way, then you might be bad in some other way, and so if you're sexually depraved, then it might open you up to other kinds of morality, which is
yeah.
very traditional, and
Yeah,
it's a
Which is what I
coherent
just said.
argument to make.
except
Which
he
is what I
didn't
just
say
said. Yeah.
except he didn't say that though. That's the problem.
Well, that's what I interpreted from what I
You
was in
weren't
here. So I don't know.
here.
I mean, from what I gathered, from what I did hear, that is what I
Bitch.
gathered. So I don't
Listen,
know how I would come to
I
that
don't know
Okay,
conclusion.
why
he's
you're
he's
trying
Did
gone
you just
now.
call
to.
me
Let's
bitch?
not do that.
Did you
I
just
don't
call
know
me
why you're.
bitch?
Yes, I did.
You're where are you at? I travel the country for work. You gonna call me a bitch to my face,
Tennessee,
bro?
just outside of
Okay,
Knoxville.
okay. I'll save your name, and next time I'm in Tennessee, you can come be a big internet tough guy to be in my face.
I live in Morristown. I live in Morristown,
Fucking
Tennessee.
pussy.
Listen, so you can get it all. I live in Morristown,
No,
Tennessee. Listen,
listen.
whore, so you
Don't
can
call
get it
me oh
all. Listen,
whore,
whore, so you
whore.
can get all the
Listen,
information, so you don't
whore.
have to run away. I live in
But you
Morristown,
sound so
Tennessee.
fat, bro.
Listen,
You
bitch.
sound so fat.
Listen, dick
You
eating
sound so
boy.
fat.
Listen, dick
Oh,
eating
I'm
fuck
so
boy.
tough online. I'm
Yeah,
from
why don't you let me
Tennessee.
give you the information then?
You're not gonna give me your address, so stop being a bitch.
You're right. I'm not going to
Okay?
give you my address, but I'm going to tell
No,
you
because you're a
exactly.
fucking pussy.
No, because I have a wife.
Oh
but
yeah,
I am,
because you're such a
but
big tough
but I
guy that you
am
gotta
going to
talk
tell
tough to
you.
people
But I am
online.
going to tell you exactly where you can meet me for breakfast.
No, you're not gonna meet nobody for
Yeah, you
breakfast.
can
Stop
meet me
being a
for
fucking
breakfast.
bitch.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'll be happy
you're gonna
host
go
you.
online. You're gonna go online and call people a bitch and a
I'll be
whore and
happy
shit
to
like
host
that. And then
you.
you're gonna be like,
Okay.
no, let's have
When
fucking
you get done,
breakfast,
I'll give you
bro.
the information.
No, dude, that's how you get fucking hurt. Like, honestly, if you're gonna like talk shit to people online in like this kind of way and be an internet tough guy, and then like go say like, hey, let's meet up somewhere. That's a psychotic
For
way to live.
breakfast? I'm down to meet for
For
breakfast.
anything. For
You
dude,
literally
dude,
just said that you travel the country and
dude,
you
I
were being
do.
close to
And you're
where I
not gonna hook up
live.
with people. You're not gonna hook. You're scared of people, but you're talking shit online,
Okay.
and then you're pretending that you're gonna meet up with people in real life. That's insane. That's mentally ill behavior.
Okay.
Yeah, like that's
So
how you get
anyway,
sacrificed
I've met
to a
up with a
death
lot of
cult.
people.
Dude,
from
that is
the
legit how
internet.
you get like fucking shot by like a
So
rando
anyway,
online.
if
That's
you want to meet
crazy
for
behavior.
breakfast, okay, are you done?
You're not meeting people for breakfast. So
Okay.
stop saying that you
Okay.
If you want to meet for breakfast, again, I'll just
are.
tell
You're not
you.
meeting anybody for breakfast, so stop saying you're meeting
Why
people
won't
for
you let me
breakfast
say
after
the
you,
information?
because you're not calling people whores and like threatening people online like you go about doing because you're
So
kind of a little
anyway,
fucking
I'll
pussy,
let you
and then
finish.
meeting people for breakfast.
Yeah.
You're not doing that.
You done?
So stop acting like you do.
Okay. So anyway,
No, I'm not done.
as everyone in my room knows, my name is Freddie Myers. As everyone in my room
Uh-huh.
knows, I live in Morristown, Tennessee, and I live
Uh-huh.
very close to a restaurant called Hillbilly Cabin. It's a great place we can meet for breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime you want to meet there, son, I'll buy.
Yes, sir.
I'll,
Yes,
I'll
sir.
purchase. I'll purchase your
So
meal.
why don't you tell me your address?
So
Because like based upon
I
that
just
information, somebody could
told
just find
you,
out your
bitch,
address.
because of my
What's your address?
wife.
Like you're giving
So,
identifying information about your
Yes.
town and full
look,
name. What's the
okay.
difference?
Look, you guys had a
That's right.
brief disagreement before
Everybody
about
here.
technical
Shut
stuff.
up.
Like,
So
can
why
we
don't you
just
just tell
not
us your
park
full
it
Everybody,
here?
address?
shut up.
This is really silly now. You've been talking
Everybody
about it for about
here
10 minutes.
knows the information that I
Hey,
just
I'm
gave
not
you.
the one calling people bitch and
You are a
whore
bitch. You're a
and shit
dick
like
eating
that.
bitch.
I
You're
know.
a dick eating
So
fuck boy,
if he
whore
wants if
ass
he wants to go
boy.
there, if you're so tough,
You're a dick
you're
eating
saying your
bitch.
town, you're
So
saying your
anyway,
town, and you're saying all your information. So what's your address?
everybody here knows this information. I've
They
never
don't because you're
hid.
gonna be lying.
I've never hid who I am. I've never hid
You're a
where I
random dude
live.
online, dude.
Yeah, cool story.
Let's
I've
get
never
the
hid who I
information
am.
going.
I've never hid where I live. And I will meet anyone who wants to go out to eat for breakfast. I'm totally open to that.
Dude, but that's not the point. Like if
So
you're gonna like call people bitch and whore and like be aggressive like that online, you're not trying to meet up with them for breakfast. You're putting on this facade that you're like
I just
the
told I
the
just
fucking
told you
adult
can
in the
meet for breakfast,
conversation
dog.
Look,
when you're
look.
acting like a fucking child in the
Y'all can do it in
conversation.
my
Listen.
backyard. Y'all can do it in my backyard.
I don't make no threats online. I
You
don't
do.
agree to meet anybody for fighting. I'm telling you right to your face, Hillbilly
If you
Cabin.
don't want to fight people, why are you
Look,
calling
look.
people bitch and
I'm
whore
telling
online?
you right to your face, Hillbilly Cabin, Morristown, Tennessee.
You're not
We
telling
can
it to my face. You
we
don't talk to
can
people like this to
we
their
can
face.
No,
meet
no, y'all
we
can
can
do it in
meet
my
for
backyard.
breakfast. And let me tell you something.
So
They have really good
if I
biscuits.
were to come to your cafe, if I were to come to your cafe, you'd get up in my face and call me a bitch and a
They
whore to my
have
face.
really
That's
good
what you do.
biscuits. I told
No,
you
but would you?
I don't make threats online.
Well,
So
no, but you're okay. So like the internet tough guy routine is like suddenly like crumbling, is it?
So if
You know?
if your dick in the butt ass boy self wants to come have breakfast, you're welcome
Oh,
to.
so you're gonna put your dick in my butt now? That's what's happening.
So it's up to you, dog. But anybody, and
What
that
What
the
goes
you
for
want to
fuck?
fuck
What
anybody.
me?
the
By the
fuck?
way,
Why
anybody
do-
here that comes through Morristown, just outside of
No, he's like
Knoxville.
he acts like he talks to people
Excuse me,
like
I'm
this to
talking.
their faces,
Excuse
and
me,
it's
I'm
no,
talking.
no, no,
Excuse
no
me,
one
I'm
excuse
talking.
you. You're not excused. You're
Just
not
outside of
excused. You're not a
Gatlinburg,
gentleman.
beautiful place. Everybody here would
He's
enjoy
saying
it.
he's gonna fuck people in the ass and that they're his bitch and
Definitely
his
didn't
whore and
say
all this
that.
shit.
I said you're a dick in the
Okay,
butt
then
ass
why are you
boy.
talking shit?
Anyway,
No, why are you talking
just
shit?
outside of Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge. Anybody's
Uh huh.
welcome. We'll come have
He's lying
breakfast.
about his address.
I'll buy you. I didn't give my address, son.
Ding,
Never
Dude,
will.
if you're saying what town that you live in, you're telling people your full name and what
Yes.
restaurant you live close
Everybody
to.
here
It's
knows
identifying
this
information.
information. You're new here, retard.
But you're lying because you're
Lots
just
of
like, I can't tell people my information because my wife, but then you're telling people exactly where you live
Yes.
right next to a
my
landmark.
wife is not
Right next to a
comfortable-
landmark.
Listen, let me
How
help
would they
you
how
out.
would they not be able to find out where you
Let me
live
help you
if that
out.
were true?
Okay. I know you don't have a wife. Let me help you
Your
out.
address is not delisted or something like that. It's on the record.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, there's actually been people in here that's found my address before.
Yeah, so why do you keep telling people where
My
you live
wife,
and all this?
I'm going to try to explain to you, but you got to shut your cockwasher long enough. My wife.
What's up with you and like sucking dick
is
and fucking
not-
dudes in the ass? Like you keep on bringing it up.
I got
Like
it.
obviously, it's
I'll
very
let
strange.
you finish.
It is
I'll let
kind of
you
a
finish.
Is that like some sort of fruity? Is that some sort of Freudian like slip or something? Like you constantly think about fucking dudes in the
I
I
wanna
ass.
think you
fight. I
mean,
will
And, like,
set it
sucking
up
dick.
right
I think
now.
you mean Freudian slip, but anyway.
I did say Freudian slip. That's exactly what I said.
Okay. So anyway, my wife, who is a wonderful woman, school teacher. Maybe if you come have breakfast,
Yeah,
you
and
can even meet her.
and you're subjecting
Uh,
her to the danger of online people by
And
telling people where you live and then insulting them online. Is that
So-
not insane behavior
so anyway,
for your wife?
my wife, beautiful woman, school teacher, great
My
person.
wife.
She is not someone that is comfortable with giving out my home address. So,
But you are doing that. You are doing that.
I don't do that. But as far as my
But you are
town-
doing it. You're actively doing it. You're telling people where you live, where
But-
exactly you live,
but as
and what your
far-
name is, so they
but-
can find you.
But as far as my town goes, I've never hid what town I live in. Everybody.
Yeah,
in
you're telling
here,
people where you live. We've already gone over this. I don't know why you keep repeating yourself. It's
Everybody
crazy.
in here knows I don't hide myself on the internet. People know who I am in real life.
But you're just like, I'm protecting my wife by
I
not
don't
telling
have
people where I
anything to
live,
hide.
and then you immediately tell people where you live, and you have nothing to hide.
I know you're not understanding the difference between a town and an address.
There is no difference.
Okay.
Well, I mean, there's a difference in your statements.
Infinite, I think what he's saying is that, like, if you were to, like, look up that town and the exact fucking, like, restaurant you were talking about, and also your, like, full name on one of them databases.
Show me.
It would be 2 seconds.
Okay, do it. Show me what you're talking about. Let's see if you're right.
It's a redundant difference. It's a redundant difference to, like, look somebody up through the information that you're providing. Unless you're lying about your information.
I'm old. I'm not hip to the internet. Show me what you're talking about.
Oh, I don't know how to use those. I know other people are better.
So it's just made up in your head. Okay, got it.
It's definitely not made up.
Easy. It's super easy.
Well, you got my name. It's Freddie Myers, so show me.
Yeah, unless you're lying about your information, which you probably are because you're a fucking pussy.
Yeah.
You know? Like, anyway, I mean, it's not great. It isn't everybody's first day on the internet, you fucking boomer.
So since I'm done with Dingbat here, anybody that wants to come by and have breakfast. In fact, Javon, I fully expect you to come through sometime.
Dude, nobody is coming to meet you for breakfast. You've never met anybody from in here for breakfast a single time in your life. I don't know why you keep fucking repeating yourself.
I got family out in Knoxville.
I know, dude. You need to come by sometime.
Yeah, like, people. Nobody wants to come meet up with you to talk about sucking dick and fucking in the ass and all the shit that you keep talking about and all this.
It sounds like somebody here did. They just said they did that, right?
So anyway, if somebody wants to come by and have breakfast sometime at Hillbilly Cabin.
Dude, why do you keep on repeating this? Like, come by and have breakfast with me at this amazing place and all this shit.
And you won't let him finish, bro. Just let him finish. So then
if somebody wants to come by and have breakfast sometime at Hillbilly Cabin in Morristown, Tennessee, it's a beautiful place right outside of Gatlinburg. It's a great tourist attraction. Breakfast on me, no problem at all. Any of the people I talk to here on a regular basis, you're welcome to come to my town anytime you want. So
honestly,
it would be funny though. That would be so cool. No, it would be funny because I've talked to a lot of internet people. Like, they're oftentimes leftist liberals that I know that if I punch them in the chest, their leg will break with it. Like, it would be funny to fight one of these people though. Like, I have thought about that. That shit would be fucking hilarious.
This boomer fucking threatening to fight people online all day. It's fucking hilarious.
You
do this all the time,
bro.
You just engage in fighting words constantly. You interrupt people and call them people bitches and whores.
I know
you do fighting words
now. Just not.
You do fighting words like constantly.
Going off on a whole tangent.
I know this is difficult for you to understand. I do not threaten people on the internet. I do not meet people for fighting from the internet. I don't know how many times to tell you this. I would happily meet you for breakfast anytime you want to. I do not make threats on the internet. That is a federal crime. Excuse me. That is a federal crime, and one you will never record me engaging in. So, anyway,
I genuinely kind of want to meet him for breakfast.
He's not going to meet anybody for breakfast because he's lying about his information.
Yeah,
I don't think he's lying. No,
I'm definitely lying.
He's claiming on one hand that he's trying to protect his wife and he would never endanger his wife, but then he's going online calling people bitches and whores and then telling people exactly where he lives.
I think he might have made an error. I think he might have made an error. But
my wife, who does run a business out of
my wife,
is not comfortable with me giving out our home address. That's what I said.
You're telling people exactly where you live by your full name and right next to the landmark that you live at, in the town that you live in.
I know this is going to be difficult for you to believe because you've probably hidden on the internet your whole life, but most of us in here know where each other lives as far as the town goes.
Dude, I'm not hiding from anybody. I'll show you my face right now. I ain't fucking scared of you.
Let me help you out again. Most of us in here who know each other know the towns that each other lives in. You're just nobody here. We don't know you. So, anyway.
I mean, yeah.
So people, has anybody in here actually gone to where he lived and met him? Has anybody ever actually gone to where he lived and met him? That he's claiming.
Knows that I live in Philadelphia, right? I say that a lot.
Anybody can say anything.
Gyro anybody in New York, for example, he's told us 100 times. I don't know why.
My name is Alex Yiannopoulos, and I live in like Stanton, New York. Like whatever. Like it doesn't matter. I could say whatever.
It's a big deal to like tell people.
Because you're a liar and you're overly aggressive online, and I don't know why you people have to internet tough guy. It's fucking gay. Yeah. I don't like it. It's a poor personality.
I don't make threats on the internet.
No, but you do call people bitches and whores and tell people to fucking put a dick in their ass and suck a dick. No, it's internet tough guy shit. You're like fucking 50 years old.
I'm sorry.
Washed up cocksucker.
You're pussy dingbat. Oh, you called me a whore. Let me cry on the internet. Go fuck yourself.
No, fuck yourself, you little fucking cunt. Who are
Shut
you?
the fuck up, you stupid bitch.
You're nobody. You wouldn't talk like this to anybody in real life, dude. Don't.
You're
Why
a
do you have to
gay
go to the tough
tard.
guy?
Go away.
I'm sorry
Go
you can't
away.
take a little.
No, I'm not going away.
banter.
You're with your little squeaky fucking
Gay
trans
Hey,
voice. Little
Gay
trans.
tard.
Listen, I'm sorry that you can't take
Wait,
a
now,
little
wait.
internet banter.
Why would it? Hold on.
It's not that
Why
big
would
a
it
deal,
be
dude.
bad if they have a trans voice from your worldview?
Trans
Yeah,
people are fucking degenerate.
Oh, okay.
I agree, they are.
Yeah. And what are you, like, fucking 14 then? You're fucking got a voice like a fucking little girl.
No,
Wait,
Me?
not
Wait,
14.
Dingbat, what's your problem with trans people? That's fucking. I almost wanted to root for you. Like, what's your beef with trans people?
Why would you root for me? Like, but trans people is the only thing that's standing in the way of you rooting for me.
Got a lot of trans people friends.
I could give two fucks about trans people. It's just it's a small time mental illness that we over exaggerate, like, socially.
I think you just endeared yourself to Infinite.
I found
What?
your conversation very interesting last night, Gyro, with Rat, because he is very much on your side politically and not on my side. And yet you all, you diverged at the junction of hiring and not hiring someone. I thought that was very interesting, actually, conversation.
Yeah, Rat's there are some things that like I pretty vehemently disagree with on when it comes to Rat. Like he would probably among the leftist circles he would probably be called like a class reductionist, and that's not usually like where I stand on shit like that. But Rat's a cool guy. Rat's very smart.
Rat is probably the best version of the left and probably one of the only viable versions of the left, if I have to be honest. Because I do believe there are viable versions of the left, by the way. I just don't think that your generation adequately represents any of them.
Fucking shit, dude.
But there definitely are viable versions.
Like, name one.
Like the version of the left that seeks to promote healthcare through single-payer
which
systems.
version?
No, I'm explaining to you. I could give it a label.
I think he's saying class reduction. I think he's saying class reductionism. I think that's what Infinite's kind of trying to say.
Class reductionism is a term that came up only in like the early 2010s.
Are you familiar
It's not even a real thing.
Are you familiar with classical liberalism?
Like which type of classical liberalism? Like what philosophical like
lowercase L.
No, but like what thinker? Like, because there's lots of thinkers in like classical liberalism.
I'm not saying that type of liberalism. I'm saying political.
If you ask me, do you know about communism? And then like
not philosophical.
And then liberalism. Are you talking about like Marx? Or are you talking about Lenin? Or are you talking about Mao?
I don't know if you can hear me. Not philosophical liberalism. I don't know if you're not hearing me. Anyway, I'll just explain it. So
classical liberalism is a political philosophy.
Yeah, I know you think it is.
It is definitionally.
Yeah, I know you think it is. If we're talking,
it is definitionally. Like that.
Are you going to keep interrupting me?
No, but you're disagreeing with me, and like you'd be wrong. So if you want to substantiate that, like I'd love to hear it.
You understand that in spite of everything you said, you're still able to talk, right?
I don't care. Like you're still like disagreeing with me, and I'd love to know why you disagree with the fact that it's a political philosophy.
Just let me say it, and then you can respond.
But okay, if you're going to respond, then fine.
Yeah. So anyway, when it comes to liberalism, as we understand it today, the primary distinction of what's viable on the left, in my estimation, can best be described as the difference between what we would have classically referred to as liberalism and progressivism. The easy distinction for somebody like Gyro to understand is equal opportunity versus equal outcomes. The post-modernist philosophies that have led to critical theories that have infected the minds of the left.
How is it not a political philosophy? I'm so curious. You haven't answered that.
This dude cannot stop spazzing. Jesus Christ.
You said you were going to answer what I asked.
Shut the fuck up.
No, you're using word salad.
Bitch.
90% of what you're saying doesn't even make sense.
I know you can't follow it. Anyway, I gave him every opportunity in the world. So, the postmodernist philosophies that have infected the modern left, Gyro, that you subscribe to, which is the type of rhetoric where we say things like, again, by the way, Dingbat, just to answer your question, the philosophies I'm describing are about progressivism, not liberalism. I said the liberalism that I'm referring to isn't philosophical, not the progressivism that I'm railing against. Anyway, try to keep up, dude. That philosophy that you would subscribe to, where you would suggest things like DEI, Gyro, uh, is a non sustainable form of leftism. That can't stand. And that's why we see it already crumbling. It didn't even last a decade. Um, a more liberal form of leftism, like something closer to the '90s, without the neoliberal hawk ideology of spreading democracy through American interventionism, is much more sustainable. Rat subscribes to something far more to the left of even your views, of even progressivism. Um, but yeah, that would be my argument.
In what way is Rat to the left of me?
Oh, he's a communist.
I'm also a communist.
Yeah, but he's an actual communist that has studied communism at a very high level and understands it in a practical way, where you're just a superficial communist uh, that believes money bad and rich people bad and all that bullshit. Because you subscribe to deconstructionist views that arise out of these critical theories, where people who have money do so because they took advantage of other people. You view this shit through a critical lens of oppressor and oppressed and all this fucking just pure Narnia, just pure fucking
I mean,
nonsense.
oppressor and oppressed is like basic Marx. If Rat's a Marxist, then he definitely agrees with that.
Yes, but it doesn't apply to it doesn't apply to everything. That's the problem. You all look at the entire world this way.
I don't apply it to
I guarantee
everything.
you do. I guarantee you do. I guarantee that's how you look at Palestine and Israel. I guarantee you have this oppressor oppressed narrative for Palestine and Israel. I've never talked to you about it in depth, but I just know that's probably what you would say. So you'd probably say something like conqueror or colonize, or you'd use any of the fucking nonsense jargon um, that they do. And Rats is more like this is kind of an inevitability, and this natural superseding of capitalism is something that we'll eventually get to, something like that. Whereas, like, you LARPing ass communists think that you're going to put on your mask and go out in the streets and bring it about or some shit like that. And yeah, it's a bunch of nonsense.
I don't think that's. I kind of am more with Rat on that. Like, it is kind of an inevitability. What I think people can do is like on smaller issues, like fight for and protest for like minute issues. I don't really have a lot of faith in like a big violent revolution to like, change everything. I think economic movement is like slow and sure it should be like looking for, but like massive like global economic change, like from like feudalism to capitalism, it's not gonna happen from just like one big like
You and Rat
I
should
kill a lot
talk
of people.
communism one night. I would actually be interested in listening to that, and yeah, being a fly
I'd be
on the
down.
wall.
I like Rat. I like Rat. Rat's cool.
Yeah, you two
You know
should
what's
talk
funny,
communism.
Supers, I only see people bitching about small issues like, oh no, ICE is arresting literal illegals. Oh no, sound the alarm.
Oh no, transgenders
Sound the
in
alarms. They're
sports.
arresting criminals. It's almost like we should have been doing this ages ago. Oh no.
Well, Swade kind of had like the point, like, oh no, transgenders in sports.
Yeah,
like,
Yeah, it's done on both sides.
No,
Yeah,
I think. Listen, I think it's totally fine if you put your daughter into boxing and she gets her shit pushed in by a dude. I think that's totally fine. In fact, I want to see more women getting beat up by men. I think when Fallon Fox, who was a trans woman, broke that fucking bitch's skull, I think that was amazing. I mean, as men, we have zero expectation to protect women, and we don't have the testosterone or the nuts to do it anymore anyway. because we've been feminized to such a high degree. So why would we? No, let's
No,
let them.
my point isn't that it's not an
Oh,
issue. It's just I think it's
okay.
just an insignificant issue to
Just
where it's
one
like
woman.
the number one talking.
Well, it's
Yeah,
not your
I think
daughter.
it's just one woman. I don't think it's a global talking point where it should control our politics.
Yeah, if it's
Like,
not your daughter, and we need to wait until men have fully invaded all of women's sports and completely took it over, which they have obviously will do, before we say something. Okay, yeah, that makes total sense. I got you now.
Slippery slope fallacy.
Yeah, I think it's just a distraction.
Yeah, as long as it's just like happening to 10%. How many medals? Let me pull the numbers out since it's a slippery slope. Let me see how many medals they said went to trannies. Let's see. In this latest report.
Yeah. See, there's another small issue. It's like, oh, I can't play in female sports as a man. Oh no, the world's over.
I know that's the thing. They don't understand the small issue is keeping the trans out of fucking
Yeah,
sports,
exactly. It's
not
like
destroying Title IX and protection for women. They're like, hey, we're just eroding civil rights protections that we gave. I mean, we could do that to blacks too. No big deal, right, Swade? We just
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just a few. It's just a few blacks, right? Like it ain't that many. So.
yeah, like
No,
when your
I
whole
think-
party's identity is based on like, can we play in the other gender sports? Like,
That's not
it's
the
just-
whole party's identity.
I
That's what you
mean-
guys make it. You guys talk about it more than the right wing
Really,
talks
I
about
find
it
that
way more than the
incredibly
left
hard
does.
to believe. That
Well, right now the whole thing that the left is upset about in regards to trans issues is in Kansas. Basically, if you changed your gender marker on your driver's license to X or to F as a trans woman or to M as a trans man, yeah, it's all got invalidated. 15,000 or something like that. ID driver's license just got invalidated. So now you can't drive. You have to go and get it redone on your own dime because fuck you.
okay, better question. What's the left complaining about that's a big issue? There you go.
Affordability.
Affordability
housing
of
crisis.
what? Affordability
Yeah.
of what?
Of everything.
Housing
Housing,
crisis.
Let's see.
Well,
healthcare.
Since housing has went down in price, cars are down in price, food is down in price.
Used
since Trump
cars
took
are down in
office.
price.
Yeah,
New cars are
since
down in
since
price.
Trump took
But
office.
it's not even that big of a drop.
Oh, right, but we've seen a drop. That's the opposite of going up.
Hold
Well,
on.
if prices going down doesn't mean it's not a crisis anymore. It just means that we're going
it
in
never
the right
was
direction.
a crisis. I ain't never had a crisis probably paying for my shit.
Okay, so under Trump, maybe car prices are down. The price of food is not down.
Price
It's
of
up
food is down.
2.9% on the CPI. Energy, yeah, I'll give Trump credit for his for energy 100%. He's good when it comes to that front. I think it's down like 7%, but everything else, I haven't seen anything to the contrary.
Dude, you're looking at inflation.
Honestly, I would just track your groceries year to year. I would not
You
trust
can do
CPI.
that too, but you can also, but he's not looking at the rate of inflation though. He's just looking at the inflation numbers.
Oh.
The whole point is the Fed's look, you have the rate of inflation coming down at the same time, jobs are being cut from the government, interest rates are staying high as set by the Feds, and prices are still dropping. Like it's as good a time to be alive as it's ever been. It's much better than it was under Biden. Go look at his inflation numbers. 8%, 6%.
Yeah, but it ultimately came down at the end of his term, right?
Not as much as it has under Trump.
Yeah, because it's following the trend that most countries are following right now. Inflation went up globally after COVID.
Okay, great, cool story. When Trump came into office and did all the things he did, all the leftards were telling us how bad it was going to be, how everything was going to go up. So since it's came down, what does that mean? It means somebody didn't know what the fuck they were talking about.
I don't agree with the sentiment that it went down. I think that in some aspects, yeah, but I don't agree. Inflation went down, but
energy, yeah, no, it's the rate of inflation. I can show you my milk, my eggs, the food I buy has come down in price. So, and not just the rate of inflation, where it was at prior to.
Meat's still really high.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what really
I
high means.
wouldn't.
It doesn't mean
I
anything.
wouldn't. I wouldn't agree with inflation. Isn't high. I wouldn't say that. It's definitely went down over the years.
No, I said the meat is high. Like the like meat prices are still really high.
By the way, let's see. 600 female athletes lost more than 890 medals to transgender competitors. Yeah, that was the numbers I was looking for.
600. How can I see that? Like, I want to read how they
Yeah, you should
calculated
read.
that.
That's what you should do before you make claims that you don't know.
Well, no, I'm asking for it. I still don't think that number is significant to where it should be one of the main talking points of our politics. I just want to see if it's like one person beat like a bunch of people and then they're counting all of those people, or if it's like 600 different events. I just want to know the methodology.
Great.
I got a question for you. Why do you think men and female sports were different in the first place?
Side chat.
Like,
you're asking me?
Yeah. Like, why?
Oh, no, I don't care.
Why do you think there was originally a separation? Do you think that
I'm fine if individual states want to go ahead and ban it. I think do it. If you're gonna do it, but don't make it the center of our politics. Like, I don't get. Don't make it one of the things at the center of our politics.
It's one piece of paper that Donald Trump signed fixing fucking insanity at the beginning of his term, and he should have never had to sign it. It's not about how much it is, dude. It's about the fact that it's so goddamn insane. Why is it happening at all? You forget that it's a response. This is not something we made up. It's a response to something the left did. The left said we're going to start putting men in women's sports. And now that the right has to respond to it to protect women, you're saying, what are y'all doing? Well, why are you reacting? Well, what's the problem?
No,
here?
I'm saying just
let
respond
these big,
and
ugly,
move
nasty
on.
fucking bitches go into women's sports and knock them the fuck out. Yeah, cool. I'm sure you don't have the fucking testicular fortitude to stand up for fucking women. But it's not going to happen with my daughter. It's not going to happen with my grandkids. I don't want these nasty, evil, ugly fucking motherfuckers in there with my kids. I don't want them in their dressing rooms. I don't want them in their bathrooms. I don't want them in their fucking schools. Period.
Also, Swade, it is kind of actually a big issue.
Stop acting like it's no problem. It's a problem.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, like, okay,
I
Swade,
live in Florida.
imagine
We handled
you're
this
a
issue. We handled this issue 5 years ago. We imposed a
didn't,
ban
though,
and called it a day and moved on.
Okay, it's not settled though, because imagine you're a young girl right now and you're planning to be, I don't know, an athlete in the future. You have to realistically gauge the probability that you're going to be going against fucking males in the future. That's like a big decision, right? It's like, do I want to spend all this time, like, you know how long you have to spend to like train for the Olympics, right? And then just all that just to like, you know, if you want to do literally anything athletic, combat, anything at this point, right? You have to seriously gauge that as a female. That's sad that they have to even think about that. That's crazy.
Women have a disadvantage. Women cannot even beat men in fucking chess or racing. Sports that don't even involve necessarily pure physicality. Women have a disadvantage. If women are going to have what was the point of first wave feminism? What was the point of getting equal rights or equal protections? What is the point of this at all if we're just going to say, now we're going to let a bunch of deranged dudes just take their shit over? What's the fucking point? Why even have female fucking athletics? Why have female spaces?
I guess I don't think it's that big of an issue. If you guys are passionate about it and want to make it one of the center points of right-wing politics, then go ahead, knock yourself out. But I don't. It's not.
Point of your life.
It's not going to help you guys politically.
Okay, if your daughter was in the bathroom and a big ass dude pretending to be a woman's trying to go in the bathroom with your daughter, what you gonna do about it?
Well, obviously, I would not be keen to that, right?
Keen to that. Come
Where
on,
is
man.
the fucking man in you? Where is the men that fucking protect women? This is your daughter. The answer should be obvious, immediate. Anyway.
Crazy. It's crazy.
I can't help you all.
Dude, I agree. I agree with most of what you're saying, but my thing is I'm not gonna sacrifice a platform which I agree with majority with a platform that I agree with a majority of what is being pushed simply because of this one issue that I feel is insignificant, or to me it's insignificant.
What?
How is it insignificant, bro?
You don't have
You
kids.
you can't even say biological
rights. That says it all right there.
Yeah. Even the worst gang members.
Let me assure you, it is not insignificant. It is, as a matter of fact, dude, there's not a lot of things in this world that I'm willing to go to prison over. This is one of them.
Wait, but based on the numbers Infinite gave, that still seems quite insignificant to me.
But that's
when you have
the
a daughter,
beginning. You're just looking at the beginning. What? Look, dude. Oh my God. Look, you're seeing the beginning of something, and you're saying, "Oh, it's not that bad yet, so it's not a problem." How bad does it need to get? How many medals? How many women have to be displaced?
Right.
How many women have to be uncomfortable in their changing rooms? What has to happen for it to suddenly be a problem? Like, just tell me. What's your metric?
It's about as crazy as allowing drug dealers to hang out in front of schools, and you're saying, well, it's okay because only 1% of kids will get addicted to the drugs, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, dude, exactly. Very good point.
And by the way, other than the crazy shit that we see the left pushing, what else are they standing for? Besides all the woke fucking nonsense and we hate Donald Trump, orange man bad, what else do they support? They don't even have an agenda. Kamala Harris was as empty as a fucking cheap suit. The bitch didn't have no agenda.
And that's why proactive, self-protection and protection of your family is important. The answer should be when she goes into the bathroom, if you see a grown-ass man going in after, your response should probably be to remove that guy or get your daughter the fuck out of there. And if he responds violently, you respond violently.
That dude
it's
is
a
not
pretty
getting
simple.
In the bathroom if my daughter's in there. He'll never
No, and that's kind of what I'm trying to point at, is that it shouldn't even get to that point. There shouldn't be hesitation for you to protect your family. And you could use if it only happens in small cases argument all day. Okay, so if I go to the grocery store and the dude comes in and starts fucking shooting shit up, do you expect me to just sit there and not draw on him and then put him down?
Dog, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not letting these motherfuckers go in the bathroom if my wife is in there.
Right.
Real.
Even the worst criminals right now locked up, the worst felons that have been there for like 30 years and has watched this on the news. Even the worst gang members would tell you it's just nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, ain't no motherfucker getting across that threshold if anybody in my family that's a woman's in there. So they can hang that shit up like a bad phone call, because they ain't gonna happen.
End up on a fucking t-shirt.
Okay.
Yeah, did you see my phone?
And the thing is, states are starting to push back against this shit. We clearly see this. States are starting to regulate these bathroom issues. The blocking of people, we were talking about this today. In Florida, motherfucker gets in your way in the road now, protesting and shit. You can run them motherfuckers right over. And that's exactly how it should be. Get the fuck out of my way. Run these bitches over. BLM might matter, Black Lives might matter, but you're going to be a flattened ass fucking Black life. Get the fuck out the way.
Well, and you go to somewhere like Nicaragua, El Salvador, somewhere, and you're traveling down the road and you see a massive amount of people. It's usually not a good thing if they're trying to stop you. So you don't know what these people have in mind.
Dog, I'm gonna interpret it as a threat. Anybody that's trying to stop me while I'm traveling like that, I'm gonna interpret that as a threat. 100 to my life.
You go.
So.
Yeah, you go to Mexico and you see a group of people, and this you can look up cases of this. You see a group of people blocking traffic on the road, or cars, set up to look like there's an accident or something of that nature. All those things can end up being very malevolent in nature, because there's videos of people doing that, of blocking the road, of acting like they're broke down and they need help, or blocking the road in general as like a massive group. And then when the car slows down, they swarm the car, drag people out, beat them up, steal things, or kill them. So we live in a very, unprecedented time where these things are being used against us.
Yeah. No, definitely. Yeah.
And my question is...
But it is changing, though. I do see a change, not in every state, but many of these states have started adopting much more... I don't even want to say radical, because they're really not radical, but oppositional policies to this agenda that the left has been pushing. And by the way, Swade, I don't know if he's still in here, but if you actually agree with the left's agenda and what it's been pushing, I would love to know what that is. Because I read Kamala Harris's agenda, just like I read Agenda 47 from Donald Trump. And I would love to know what it is in her platform. Or, hell, just give me the Democrats' platform. What it is that you support over what's happening currently in our country. I would love to know the answer to that.
Yeah.
Well, where will I start? Well, I think when it comes to like geopolitics, I lead further left than most people. I think all American intervention is kind of dead in the water, in my opinion. I think all these planes we're sending to Iran should probably make their way back to America and focus on things here.
All the intervention that Barack Obama did and all the intervention that Joe Biden
Yeah, I'm
did,
completely against that. I'm completely against all of that. But let's not just say that it's the left, because Trump also sent $800 million to Ukraine in December. Like, Trump is actively keeping these things going as well.
It's because we're already engaged.
No, I think when it comes to foreign policy, it's America's position is pretty uniparty on it.
Really?
Both sides are pro-intervention.
So you're telling me that the 8 years that Barack Obama was in office, that he started bombing 5 additional countries in George Bush, that he dropped so many bombs in 2016 that he ran out of bombs, that he, for the first time ever in our history, bombed and killed U.S. citizens.
Yeah, and I think that was terrible.
That he expanded the domestic spying program, that he expanded the warrantless wiretapping, that he instituted the what was it called? Something Wins program that Edward Snowden fucking stole the secrets to and defected to Russia. Stellar Winds, which was domestic spying on U.S. citizens' metadata and shit in their cell phones. All this under Barack Obama, which, by the way, the Melanated Magic Man won a fucking Nobel Peace Prize for before he did all this goddamn bombing. You're telling me that that's not the left?
Yeah, no, I never said that. I said I think both parties are the problem. And I think if you look at what Barack Obama did, it was simply just expanding on what George Bush did. They both had pretty much the same stance on most of this.
Dog, George Bush bombed 2 countries. Barack Obama bombed 7. 7. He killed U.S. citizens.
And Trump helped Israel bomb 9. Like, it's I don't get how you can't see that this is just the stance of America.
Okay.
You say Trump helped Israel bomb 9?
Yes.
Okay. But all I'm saying to you is this is the left. Like, you're acting as if the left is somehow different, though. The first thing you got to was...
No, I'm not. I gave it up.
But I asked you
the
why
first thing I said was I think both parties...
you support the left, and you said geopolitics.
No, I said they're pretty close on geopolitics, and I would be further left. Like, there are Democrats that I do align with geopolitically because they have this stance on no intervention.
Yeah, I got Republicans with no intervention. I got Ron Paul. I got Rand Paul. There's plenty of Republicans that are no intervention. If you're talking to me about what some senator or congressman says, I'm asking you why you support the left in terms of what they're doing, their policies, their platforms. What do you see coming out of the left? What did Kamala Harris say that made you think she'd be a better president than Trump?
Well, she didn't rampage and destroy USAID when she was vice president under Biden. It seems like every time there is a policy that benefits regular American citizens and not the rich ones, Republicans destroy it, or they try to get in the way of impeding it.
USAID is about foreign shit. It's not for us. What are you talking about?
And I don't know a single.
It also USAID definitely benefits Americans as well.
How?
Just because it happens in other countries. What was the big one? The condom thing, right? People had a problem with
condoms going to Mozambique. You think that
to stop the spread of AIDS. AIDS doesn't.
In Mozambique.
AIDS do not recognize borders. AIDS is a global thing.
Doug, pull out.
Like, so you're going to advocate for that. You're going to advocate for condoms being sent to Mozambique and, all this international aid shit. Okay, but you're concerned about that. The same administration also prioritized illegal immigration over its own citizens. So, I really feel like when they had the hurricane disasters, they were moving aid from that over to, I'm talking about FEMA, over to helping with, they're more concerned about helping the illegals, giving them free health care, free housing. I don't understand how you can advocate for foreign assistance, but then not be worried about your own people when they're suffering first and foremost.
This is supposed to be the party. Listen, this is what frustrates me. And Swade probably don't agree with this, but the party of the left, the philosophy of the left, the party of Democrats is supposed to be helping the temporarily unhoused. Right? We got 80,000 homeless people in LA County alone. They're in a fucking sanctuary state. It's the fourth largest goddamn economy in the world. And it's ran by a fucking libtard ass governor. And the city itself is ran by a libtard mayor. Now tell me how it is that USAID needs to keep sending condoms to Mozambique, but 80,000 homeless people are sitting in the most libtarded blue epicenter in the whole fucking country, and not a goddamn thing's being done about that. Can you just explain that inconsistency, that hypocrisy to me?
Real.
Well, in my opinion on that, I think Gavin Newsom is incompetent. I don't think it's a money issue because they've spent like $24 billion since 2019, right? So clearly there is money there. It's just being misused or misappropriated.
Wait, you mean in a state that has the most regulations of anywhere in the world and is thwarted constantly anytime they try to build something by libtard ecological agendas and everything else? We got to save minnows and shit that they can't build housing for homeless people. Yeah, no shit.
I mean, you can say that, but the thing is, the money has been spent, and I think it's been spent incorrectly.
Okay,
I don't have an issue with them having
some
money.
of the reasons why. Yeah, I agree. The left gets in its own way with regulations and red tape. Should be called blue tape, by the way. And fucking this ecological shit, this environmental shit. Yeah, you can't build anything. I agree. That's a problem of the left. But that's my point. It's like, oh my God, I don't know, dude. It's like, okay,
you think the homeless
USAID.
problem
I don't
in California
support these NGOs,
is simply?
So.
Do you think the homeless problem in California is simply because of the lack of housing?
No, I think the homeless problem in California sets at the plate. Listen, if you go up to the podium and you say, elect me, American people, because I'm going to do something about the homeless crisis, the temporarily unhoused. And then I look over at the place where you literally spawn from, the fucking bluest state in the union, the fourth largest economy in the world, with all this, and you're not doing anything about it there. What does that say about you? But you want me to elect you for this policy?
Mind you, that Gavin Newsom is also the same individual who just recently is trying to institute or has instituted a law to where people that commit crimes that are like age 50 and past can get released or, get out early. And one of these people was somebody who just killed or who just killed a bunch of people or killed a handful and also raped a 4-year-old. So I don't know. It's to me at that point, it's less about incompetence. It's more about somebody being evil.
No, I'm going to be honest. I think they're just that incompetent. I mean, I think their incompetence leads to evil acts, but it's the same thing as the AIDS shit, dog. In California, these people literally made it so that you no longer get prosecuted for giving somebody fucking AIDS, even if you knew, or giving somebody HIV, even if you knew you had it.
I would say there's a lot of kickbacks. That's the reason why a lot of this is going on. At least that's what I get.
I think there is some I think there's an insane amount of corruption going on in California. That's my theory.
Have you all? Let me ask you this: Has
You see
anybody
the
ever
medical
listened to
companies
Bill
are giving
Maher
out-
when he was talking on his show about all the things he had to go through just to build a little shed to put his battery wall for his solar panels on his property? Like he describes this process that it was in like a clip
And I'm
I
sure
watched.
it cost a shit ton of money in terms of like filing papers, etc.
Money,
and permits.
paperwork, inspections, months. Like it's just crazy that the amount of shit that they've built in their way of getting shit done. So it's like, do you want that for the country? I don't. And plus, where do we see all the bad shit happening in our country? Where do we see all the violence? Where do we see all the gun crime? It's
New York,
always in
Chicago.
blue cities.
Yep.
It's a certain demographic combined with blue policies. Every time. When was New York the safest? After the 94 crime bill, when it was run by Mayor Giuliani, a Republican, and he cracked down on crime, New York became one of the safest safest cities in the world. Look at it now. It's dog. I don't know, man. I wish I could support the left because I wish they had policies and agendas that I agree with the way they used to. Back when they were the beacon of like freedom of speech, back when they were the people that was against cracking down on the things that people said and stuff. Back when they were the party that supported comedy and shit like that, and you were in the 90s. I wish they were still those people. But
I mean, the
frankly,
right
they
aren't
just
those
have become
people
so
either, though.
immoral. I can't. What? Say it again.
The right aren't those people either. They aren't the bastions of free speech.
They're the best we
anymore.
got. What do you mean they're not the bastions of free speech? Give me an example. Look at the right-leaning podcast.
Oh my God.
Look at the right-leaning
An example.
media sphere. Look at.
Go
ahead.
The Jimmy Kimmel situation. Trump pulling his weight to try and get people silenced. That's
Trump
him
that did
being
that.
a bastion for free. Was it not was one of his cabinet secretaries?
No, that was the network itself. The network pulled Jimmy Kimmel, and the network put him back on, by the way. So now, if you want to,
Wasn't it because Trump threatened to revoke their license?
But I will caveat for you, and I will say there are certain issues around freedom of speech that I disagree with Trump on. Trump isn't as absolutist as I am. I have no problem admitting that. But the right is still infinitely better, dog. Like, I'm never going to get fucking canceled or deplatformed or have motherfuckers coming to my home on the right. The left is doing all that type of shit and have been for years.
But the right is like JD Vance literally was like, yeah, call these people out who are making fun of Charlie's death. In fact, call their employer, get them fired. And
yeah, when they're making public statements.
Let's be honest there. JD Vance is a fraud. I don't think you guys should take him as
God forbid I post a Charlie Kirky. I just caught the perky. Oh, getting fired from my fucking job.
Well, hold
That's
on.
on your
Most
job.
places.
That's private industry. That's on your job. That's not the
And
same
But
thing.
that's still cancellation. That's the same thing.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
being
but that's your
canceled.
job doing it.
It's
I
the
don't
vice
necessarily.
president
I don't
encouraging
necessarily.
people to.
I disagree with you on this, because if I was an employer and something happened to, like, let's say some random person on, let's say something happened to AOC and my employees were saying something along the lines of that, yeah, I'm packing you up. You got to go.
Well, that's the difference between like your employer just naturally finding out about it and doing something about it, and the vice president telling people to call your employer, like saying, "Hey,
okay,
yeah,
but
call this
Dude,
person
the left was
job,
doing
get
it
them
for
fired."
years.
Because it's
Yeah, it
in the
doesn't make it right,
because it's
but
in the private sector. What I'm saying is, what I'm railing against is, one, the government working with social media platforms to cancel accounts that they don't agree with. The government working with social media platforms to suppress certain opinions. Like, look, you can argue that the social media platforms are also private, and they are. However, they have that title exemption that they have specifically because they're not supposed to be biased. They're just supposed to be a publisher, which means they shouldn't have the right to restrict my speech. And if they do, they have to apply it fairly. And what we've seen happening with the Twitter files that was released and documented by Matt Taibbi and other journalists, we can clearly see a pattern of the Biden administration working with these social media platforms to suppress speech on one side of the political aisle. If they enforced it equally, it would be different. And that's what I'm railing against. I'm not talking about an employer. By the way, I disagree with the employer firing me for my political opinion. I think that should be protected, which would have been a leftist issue, by the way, back when they supported the unions, back when they were against immigration because immigration weakened unions, which most of you are probably too young to remember. But that's just another example of what I'm talking about. So, yeah, it's a problem, but it's more of a problem when the government is working with these platforms to silence people only on one side of the political aisle, which is the cancellation I'm talking about, or charging people for shit based on political agendas. I also disagree with that, using lawfare for the speech. So, which they're trying to do more of. New York's literally trying to pass hate speech laws.
fucking wild.
And not only that, but I would like to point out that when it comes to the left, that a lot of the times when it was like, oh, you know, them canceling people, so I'm going to piggyback kind of what Off Infinite said. It was them canceling people speaking on platforms about political opinions or having something that was different from the left's ideology. That's entirely different from, you know, and them losing their platform and sometimes their income on that, by the way. That's entirely different from somebody making fun of somebody's death or making fun of, you know, a tragedy, and then you being a public employee. Sometimes people did it like, you know, like for example, I work for a sheriff's office. So if I sit there and I make a video and make fun of any politician's death or any like public speaker's death or anything like that, and then somebody calls my employer and then lets them know, that's my ass. So
Hey, what do you do
that's
for the
the
sheriff's
difference.
department, dude?
I work in a jail.
You a turnkey?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's what my son does. He just started with them last year, and he's a turnkey too. He's trying to be a road deputy eventually, but yeah, he just.
I enjoy it. I like working in the jail. It's just become, just like the road though, it's become a little bit more political with some things than, you know, than what it used to be.
Oh,
and that's only in a 6-year time span that I've worked there.
Yeah. No, I'm sure. No, that's cool though. Yeah. Yeah, we need good sheriff deputies. A lot of people don't realize how important sheriff is in a community. Sheriff's elected.
I like the sheriff's office. It's more community oriented than the city.
Yeah, sheriff definitely has more power. They definitely are more representative of the people.
Right.
My cousin just got done with the academy and started working in the jail in Colorado Springs.
Oh yeah,
working working for El Paso County Sheriff's. I think he's got to do 2 years and then he's eligible to start doing whatever the fuck he's got to do to go on the road. But
We have like the jail to the road programs where I work. So like you can work in the jail for a year or two. I mean, there's not really a set timeline. It's just a matter of when you pass your COPAT test and when you go to the road and when they can get you to the academy. But we have guys that have gone through the academy and they're waiting to go to the road because there's not enough spots out on the road to be filled. But we have a pretty good at least where I think we do, at least where I work, the road and the corrections division is not seen as like, they usually work pretty well with each other. They're not seen as like one better than the other. They both have their functions.
I think Gavin is restricted partially on his age because he's not 21 yet. So
yeah,
I think that restricts him from like road deputy work anyway until you're 21. I can't remember exactly, but
yeah, he'll be restricted from working on the road until he's 21. I think every state requires their officers to be at least 21 because of them. You also, when you're off duty, you're also still, supposed to uphold the law. That's why a lot of officers carry their gun and their badge off duty.
Right. Yeah, and he turns 21 this year, but he was able to work in the jail either way. So.
Right.
Yeah, he likes it. He's good. He's doing that, and then he's got his real estate license, and he does real estate. And,
the jail will definitely teach them how to talk to people. That's where I, in terms of like de-escalating situations and being very good with communicating with people. That the jail does wonders for that, and at the same time, he's going to get a lot of hands-on experience when he deals with fights, and when he'll also get a lot of hands-on experience with legal paperwork. There's all sorts of stuff that he'll learn in there that will help him on the road. And that sometimes he'll even be able to learn better.
How much would they make in the first year?
Huh?
How much would they make in the first or second year when they get on the road?
It really depends because every agency is going to have a pay scale that differs on your agency where you're at. But
it's not
usually
just state to state, it's county to county. It's different.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, and most counties go through like a contract of some sort, and then go from there. And it's like a 3-year difference in pay. Like they have like for us, we get a raise. I think our contract started last year. Technically, we get a raise until our 3rd year, and then our contract's up. And we got to renegotiate because we go through a union. But
all right.
Yeah, I mean, it's good money either way. Corrections, at least where I work, corrections pays really good. And then work on the road pays good too.
Is it more than $60K a year?
Oh, for me it is.
I'm not gonna lie, man. When he went into, I really thought he was going to go into the military, and I'd encourage him to do that if he wanted to. And when he decided to go into law enforcement, I was really happy. I was like, yeah, this is good. This is a honest job and not something that you're going to be, hopefully getting in trouble. And he's even talking about getting a degree now so he can go in like some kind of criminal justice or something, so he can go into like higher
That's nice,
law
man.
enforcement. So
yeah, the criminal justice degree would help him with promotions later down the road. It would help him with credibility in terms of like if you ever wanted to go and do something like working for the judge. It really just depends.
Well, he's talked about interest in working with the FBI. I got a cousin who just went through some kind of military training, and she's going to work with the FBI. And apparently, they're doing a lot of hiring right now. She's right out of college. So
see, I would work for a federal agency if they didn't, have the stipulation like, hey, we can move you wherever we want because I have family that I look after. So like, I can't do that. That's kind of like where I stay where I'm at.
Yeah, because apparently she has to travel. Well, she lives in South Carolina, but she has to travel pretty far for the training academy with them. It's Quantico, Virginia?
Yeah, it's Quantico, Virginia.
And then they could technically station her pretty much anywhere domestically. So
yeah. It's the same thing.
You do have some choice, though. I think you do have some, preferences that you can choose or whatever. But, yeah, they're going to put you where they want you for sure.
Oh, yeah. And that's with any federal agency. Like, that's even for NCIS. That's for FBI. That's for DEA. Even Homeland Security. I'm pretty sure Homeland Security. I'm not 100% certain on that last one, but for any of the federal agencies, it's going to be like that.
Yeah, apparently they're doing a lot of expanding because they recruited her, but she was a legacy recruit. Her father was in it, and
right.
No, her father was in military intelligence. I don't know what Brian was in, but yeah, they recruited her right out of college.
Dude, we had a guy on the road, or had a guy on the road, and one of the agencies around us. And before he came home, before it got reclassified to something different, he was an interrogator for SOCOM in the Army. And I was like, the dude benches like 500 pounds. This is a big dude.
I feel like that would be a tough job. I don't think I'd be good at that.
Yeah, he's like, but honestly, he's a super nice guy, like very down to earth.
I mean, if it's probably not like I think it is in my head, but if it involved like hurting people to get information out of them, I don't think I'd be very good at that.
Yeah, I don't know what exactly him being an interrogator during like the GWOT would be like,
Yeah,
but I'm pretty
that's
sure
what I
what
was
he
thinking about, like enhanced interrogation shit. Yeah, I don't think I'd be good at that.
I know in the early stages, like I think these were in the prisons more instead of the interrogation individuals that were stationed at FOBs. But I know in the prisons they had like some sort of big like thing going on where they were doing like the frequent flyer, and they would move you cells. Like this is like for camps for terrorists. They would move people's cells and like have a bag on their head. You couldn't tell what time of day it was, and they would play music to keep you up. It'd be like Miley Cyrus or some stupid shit like that. And you would just go cell to cell to cell nonstop, like sporadically, and they would just blast music in your ear to keep you up. I mean, that's horrible. People might think, oh, that ain't that bad. No, it's awful.
Nah, it's pretty bad. I'm a moody motherfucker. Is Swade still in here?
No, he left.
I was going to ask him about outside of USAID, what else? I can't believe anybody would vote for the left over USAID. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
It just seems like such a non-issue to me, but I don't believe in funding all those NGOs. I think there's a lot more of them that need to be defunded, frankly.
This dude.
One criticism I did hear is that I'm not sure if this is true or not, so that's why I'm asking you. But I heard someone say that it's Congress's job to figure out where we're allocating money to, and that Doge was like a illegal operation. Like they can't do that in the executive branch. Is that true?
As far as I know, the Supreme Court allowed it.
Oh, okay. I guess that's.
I mean, unless there's something new that I don't know about, because let me look it up. I know this was a case at some point, or some aspect of Doge was a case. Let me look it up because I don't want to tell you a lie on purpose. Trax got his feelings hurt. He never showed back up. I couldn't even tell him I was bullshitting him yesterday, but
damn.
Yeah, he may not. He's somewhere beating
Dude,
the shit out of a chess computer right now.
Like, how do you care that much about what other people think?
It's pre-existing.
Like, it was obvious we were lying, like severely.
Yeah.
Like Helen Keller could have noticed.
But then again, why lie to begin with?
Because it was funny.
At what cost? Your integrity?
Yeah, my integrity. Even though everybody knew I was lying, but yeah, sure.
It's beside the point, man. I wasn't trying to take a hit at you.
Holy shit, guys! I might be moving to Saudi Arabia.
That's not how you forfeit your integrity, though, son. But thanks for.
A lie is definitely a moral. It's a moral infraction. Wouldn't you agree?
No, not at all.
Okay, then. This conversation ends here. Then, in that regard.
Yeah, it's crazy how you just asserted something with no evidence, and then I just rejected it the same way.
Bro, I wasn't trying to make this a whole debacle, brother. I promise you. I was observing something that was spoken about, and then you proved
immoral and inherently inherently it's
I'm
not, but
reading
it
here
can
your
be.
search history. It says right here, sexual fetish of black men, negative implications. What was that all about?
What are you talking about? It was for washed up, dude. It wasn't for you. I'm sure you'll get excited
All right.
reading about it though.
Not for me, dude. You mentioned the search history.
Yeah, lying, dude, is not inherently immoral. Just so you know, that's.
I would wholeheartedly agree to the
For good
maximum.
reasons.
Yeah, that's the reason your argument and your statement was incorrect.
I don't know anything that was ever positively or fruitfully produced out of lying.
Okay.
Not in history, not in humanity, ever.
Okay, so let's test your theory. So your grandmother has Alzheimer's, and you go to visit her at the hospital, and she believes that because you look
This is a
so
very
much like
finite, meticulous hypothetical.
excuse
I
me
know
while
where
I'm
you're going with
talking.
this, man. I don't need to listen
Excuse
to the
me
rest of
while
your
I'm
jargon,
talking. It
bro.
doesn't matter. You're not the
Bro,
only one
you're
in the
gonna
room.
try and tell me, oh, you have to lie to your
Excuse
grandmother
me.
to have.
You're not
He
the
knows
only
he's
one
gonna
in the
get cooked.
room. Please, no, don't even mute him. Let this bitch talk.
Dude,
You're not the
not for
only one in
nothing,
the
bro.
room, and just because
Not
you
for
know where
nothing. I
I'm
know where your
going
story's gonna
doesn't
go.
doesn't mean
And
everyone else does.
it's
Are you the only
disingenuous,
one in
man.
the room?
It's insanely
It
disingenuous.
doesn't matter. Be quiet while I speak. So anyway, right, exactly. He knew where I was going.
Damn, what
He
a
didn't want
fucking
to go there.
I did that yesterday because I knew he was
homosexual.
gonna.
So you're back. Great.
You knew he was gonna what? I tried turning my camera on, and
So,
you were gonna just start
great. Now be
meandering
quiet
about
while
some
I
weird
talk.
shit.
So
Yeah,
you
so
go to the
weird. Go
hospital,
ahead.
and your grandmother has Alzheimer's, and your grandmother thinks that you look like her son, your father, because of how much you do look alike, and she thinks you are him, and she thinks it's not the proper decade. She thinks the decade is 30 years earlier, and she's talking to her son. Now, in that scenario where your grandmother is dying of Alzheimer's and she is completely confused about what decade, and you can laugh, but I lived through this. It's very serious.
I'm
In
not
that
laughing, but
scenario, it's fine. Listen, it doesn't matter when it
took
hits
a
your
breath,
family.
man.
It's fine when it hits your family. You won't laugh about it. In that moment, when your grandmother's completely confused and disoriented and thinks the wrong thing, do you correct her, or do you lie through omission? Do you lie by pretending to be what she thinks you are in order to keep her from being distressed and confused even more? Go.
Well, yeah, actually, there is a neuroscientific fact that if you truly do decide to continue to tell the truth to a dementia patient, over time they build the neuropsies to retain their old memories. So first and foremost, I'm
so
not
you have
trying to
no clue
attack
what
you.
you're
I'm
talking about.
talking here. Let me finish speaking, bro.
So
Like, see, I don't want
you're
to pull
being
that card with you, bro.
dishonest.
Let me finish.
So you're being
I don't want to.
dishonest.
This
being
is like
dishonest.
so insanely like immature of you to like
No,
go
it's
about this
fine. You're
conversation
being
like that.
dishonest.
I literally, the first sentence I took, you're choosing to just
because you're pretending as
interrupt
if you can
me, call
cure
me something, and then
Alzheimer's.
ridicule
You're
me.
not
They're
going to
like,
be.
what are you
Listen,
doing,
when
dude?
Alzheimer's gets to the point where a person is in the hospital, like I'm talking about, you telling them the truth is not going to cure their Alzheimer's. It doesn't work that way.
That's
It's
not
not going to bring
entirely
them
true,
back. It's not going to make
bro.
them realize
Not
what
true.
every Alzheimer's therapist or caretaker is going to tell you is don't cause them distress. Let them believe whatever they believe.
It's not true.
Okay. I'll tell you what, Bane, are you here?
Dude, first of all,
I
you're
actually looked
engaging
this
with me
up,
and not letting me
and you
speak,
are
first
right,
of all.
Infinite. Like I looked this up
You're
for separate
engaging with me,
reasons,
but
but
don't let me speak. So
you're supposed
this
to
conversation is
prioritize
very
their quality
one-sided.
of life over like what is reality if they have Alzheimer's, because they're gonna be like,
Correct.
like you said, they're gonna be distressed if you keep telling them, no, that's not true. No, you're actually this. No, you just wanted them to be happy when they're fucking dying, bro.
Correct.
It's a very finite hypothetical, man.
Finite? Yes, everything's
You said
finite.
no.
I don't think you
You
used
said
that
there's
word
no
correctly.
reason.
Yeah, you said no
You're the one that
reason.
said something
There is a
absurd.
science that proves the telling of the truth in helping the dementia patient in realization where they are.
No, there's not.
I'm not going to speak to you anymore if you interrupt me, bro.
Side
I'm sorry.
Provide
I'm sorry.
evidence for your claim.
I'm good. There is plenty of medical journals that have
Provide
already
evidence for your
completely
claim.
proven this. I'm not. Do your research, bro. You want me? You're the
You're
one who's
making
attacking
the
me.
claim?
You're attacking me.
Yes,
and you're
I
not
am
even
attacking
like
you
speak.
because you said something
Yeah,
incredibly
because
stupid.
He gets away with this in any other call. That's the issue.
he gets away with it. Never. Who just said that? Hello? Who
Art.
did you say? Do you have
Anyway.
fans? Hold
What
on
I'm
one
saying is
sec.
they're used to saying retarded shit, and
Art, what?
you know,
Hello?
everybody just
What?
glossing
What?
over
What
it.
did I say? No. What? I get away with shit in other calls because of this? What?
Yes.
No, I was trying to
You
speak to
say
your
retarded chat.
friend here. Oh, that's your opinion. I can't help you there. First and
Okay.
foremost, I tried to engage with you, man, and like the first sentence I tried to, I'm sitting here moan about it a little bit, just a little bit before I continue talking about what we're talking about. You, during my own acquisition of what the conversation was, cut me off viciously just to get your
Acquisition?
point across. Correct?
Why are you
Just
using so
so
many
I
words
shut
out of
up.
context? Are you
Hold on.
black?
Yo, bro, I'm good. Nah, dude, I'm not, I don't
Yo, what's
understand what
this
you're
in the
doing
side
here.
chat? What the fuck?
I don't know what
John,
it
I
is. I'm
didn't know
playing
you
the game.
got down like
John
that.
coming in hot.
I didn't know Claude got down like that.
Who is it?
That's really
Javon
weird.
posted like a
You
private
have this much
message,
free
like
time,
video
bro?
he shared or something.
Yeah, no, that's AI, but that's pretty weird.
Nah, dude, AI ain't that good yet.
That's hold on, let me just screen record this.
Nah, dog. You did that in my DMs.
Hold on, bro.
Oh yeah, that looks right. Looks legit to me.
Like, did you receive some good news or something?
Yeah. Yeah, I won't lie to you. That shit looks gay as hell. Since you don't like lying.
I don't know why he sent it in my DMs though. Like, why are you sucking that in my DMs, guy?
Bro, why are you lying, bro? Like, you just this cute to you? Is this like what you do in your free time? You
Everyone
just
can
lie
see.
and ridicule people?
Everyone
Is this what you do in
can
your free time, bro? Is
see.
what your parents raised you to do in your free time? Just ridicule people for fun? That's what your parents taught you to
Well,
do as you grew up?
are you ashamed of it?
You're a grown ass man, bro. Just think about that for a second. You're a grown ass adult, and this is what you're doing with your free.
And
I came
you
in here
are
to just
too, but
do
yet
some.
you don't know that you don't
I'm
tell
doing some
Alzheimer
homework, and I was
patients
trying to
the
join into
truth
some
and distress them.
conversation. And yeah, try maybe have some civil discourse, but that doesn't work. When I'm trying to like engage with you and you just continuously ridicule me, how does that
Dude,
work?
are you that
How does that
butthurt
work?
about this lollipop?
I'm not butthurt, bro. I'm gonna get back into the conversation, but if there is like some sort of decorum, bro, like with conversation, I
This
will
is
get back into this
decorum.
with you.
You were just wrong. You're wrong both
Zero decorum has been
analytically.
expressed
Listen,
whatsoever.
you're wrong
You've been rude and
analytically.
like nasty to me since I've been in here, bro.
Excuse me. I've been
I'm
very kind
excusing
to
you. Go
you.
ahead.
You just have no
No, you have
idea.
not. Truly have not.
I
If you
actually
truly
have.
define that form of kindness as actual kindness,
It
man,
is.
the way you tried doing what you said earlier, bro, or acting the way
Doing
you
what
did
I
earlier.
said. What I did was prove that you were incorrect.
First and foremost, I wasn't even able to get 2 sentences across without 3 of you jumping on my back, and then now this shit in the side chat trying to
The
just
shit in the side
talk to
chat's
you
funny. Don't you have a
specifically.
sense of humor or are
Just
you a
talk to you
leftist?
specifically.
Are you a leftist?
That's not me, first of all. That's gross.
That is you.
And it looks a lot like
It
you.
looks like you.
Yeah, it does.
It's fine, dude.
Are you that upset about a lollipop, dog? Because I'm gonna be real with you. This might not be the space for you.
He was real happy when he was sucking on it.
Yeah, no, this definitely wasn't the space for me. You're right. You're very correct. My apologies. Sorry I opened my mouth, man.
Damn, this dude is on the
Damn.
verge.
Damn.
Bro, he got so.
You guys are
Jesus.
so mean. What the fuck was that?
I hurt his feelings with the lollipop.
Dude, he's at risk now. Like, he needs to be put on, like, on watch. Holy shit.
To be
That's
fair,
wild.
Babs reacted the same way when I did a lollipop too. So.
So, talking about crashing out, what happened last night in canceled culture, Javon?
Yeah, Javon. What was that crash out all about?
And now he's quiet.
What was that crybaby's name? John Claude. Okay.
Yeah, John Claude.
Let me tag him in some evidence that he didn't want to pose for his side. Let me help you out, John Claude. This is how it's done, son. Oh, yeah. It's never okay to lie. Nothing good ever comes out of lying. I give him the hypothetical and he runs away. By the way, in a debate, never use the word never. Boxes you into a corner, can easily be disproven. Using these absolute terms is almost always a mistake.
Dude, that was crazy. What did I just witness? I'm sitting here putting a pressure switch on one of my ARs, and I just hear you guys clowning the fuck
Clear
out.
for you, bro. Just really quickly. So I have an uncle just like you who has MS, right? Doesn't
Who's
remember
that?
anybody. Hold on. He doesn't remember anybody. Doesn't fucking even remember his mother, his brothers, his sisters, none of them, right? Same dementia symptoms that your whoever loved one had, right? So explain to me this sheer freaking freak incident. So when he was in the States for the day or two visiting his loved ones before going back to Sweden to receive like hospice care for the rest of his life, when he was sitting down in front of me and I was holding his hand, talking to him, just giving him the like positive reinforcement that you were so negatively against that I mentioned earlier for some whatever reason, you weren't even willing to hear me out. He recognized me and remembered me. Nobody else. He said, John. He hadn't spoke for 4 fucking years and said, John. So you tell me again.
Yes,
Am I
I
wrong?
will tell you again. I was talking about Alzheimer's, not
Asshole.
MS. That's the first thing. Oh, okay. You don't want to hear it.
He just wants the last word.
He just came in to tell his story and then left. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's a very happy fella there. Kind of feel bad for him.
Gotta be
Not
a
gonna lie.
leftist.
Gotta be. Misery loves company. That's what he was trying to do, but I don't think it worked. Well,
I love how he takes his scenario and uses it to act as if it somehow has anything to do with my scenario. Like these two things are not even related. So crazy.
not for anyone that gives a fuck. I just put this switch on the slide. I already had the slide on this gun, but you just pull a little plug out of the back and the switch. I hadn't installed it yet, and then it run all the fucking
My
wires
food,
underneath.
my food was done. I saw he joined again. What do you say?
He joined, told a story that he probably just thought up and left.
Like to make us feel bad?
Devon, check DMs.
Told a story about his uncle having MS, which isn't Alzheimer's. Told a story about how his uncle remembered him when he was talking to him, which has nothing to do with talking about causing Alzheimer's patients distress. By trying to correct them on the things that they don't get correct, which, by the way, anybody who doesn't intuitively understand that if you have an Alzheimer's relative that is suffering, and especially they're at the end of their life care, and they think it's 1980, and you feel insistent to tell them it's 2026, you're an idiot. Just so you know.
That just causes them distress.
If you don't understand that without me having to tell you or showing you this study, you're an idiot. Just putting that out there. I shouldn't need to tell you not to do that to an Alzheimer's patient that's in that condition.
Infinite, I know exactly what you're talking about. My grandfather suffered from Alzheimer's.
Yeah, dude, it's if you watch your relatives die of Alzheimer's, anybody who ever has. By the way, Abigail's mom died of Alzheimer's, so sometimes when she's around, I don't bring it up. If we're talking about it, I'll purposely not.
But you know what's the most
it really
strange
bothered
thing?
her
You know,
watching
like
her mom die from
walking into the house. You know what's the weirdest thing? Walking into the house and that person
Oh,
doesn't
sorry,
recognize you.
Sean. Did the ending of Infinite's heartfelt statement interrupt the beginning of yours?
Right, just trying to like.
Just saying.
Might have been a delay or something. I don't know.
Infinite, you're right.
No, you were talking. That's.
I
there's no
literally
delay.
had to stop calling my Uncle Bob with major dementia. He was in assisted living because every time I called him, his entire world started on fire. And I'm like, I told my sister, better not to call him because once, you start bringing him back and making him realize he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's not enjoying his life anymore, and you're not going to convince him. It sucked, but I literally had to stop calling him because he told me, don't. I asked him, I'm like, do you want me, Uncle Bob, do you want me to lie to you, or do you want me to tell you the truth? He's like, always tell me the truth. But I realized that was actually harming him. I just stopped calling him.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
just,
Jesus
it
Christ
creates
is
a lot
God.
of confusion for them. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yep.
Dude.
I was just saying Jesus Christ is God. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. No worries.
I want to have breakfast with Dingbat. That little shit.
It's great.
I don't know why. I mean, I know I called him a bitch. Okay, I get that, but I don't know why that dude got so mad.
Instead of breakfast at Tiffany's, it's breakfast at Freddy's.
Breakfast at Freddy's. I do have a place right next to me. It's called Hillbilly Cabin. Anybody can look it up in Morristown. It's a great restaurant, by the way. I don't even joke about that. I don't even get to go there anymore because of my diet. But honest to God, it's such a good little restaurant. It's this tiny little restaurant, and it's just packed on the weekends, man. It's crazy how much business they do, and it is an amazing place. And anybody who comes through here will get to take a trip there because that's my excuse. So that's great.
Nice.
Yeah, Hillbilly Cabin. It's a great place.
He's still trying to engage inside chat.
Who is?
Claude.
Claude is still trying to engage. I don't know why he don't just come in here. God damn.
Also, I love how his profile picture is Zesty. So, like, the video is just a prelude.
Let's see. Let's look at his study that he posted. Reality orientation therapy benefits cognition in older people with dementia. Meta-analysis. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I was saying earlier, I should move to Saudi Arabia. I should move to Riyadh.
I mean, well, I hope, you love helicopter rides and stunning roof views.
No, because I just learned that my mother-in-law, who lives in Saudi Arabia right now, makes fucking 6K a month. Like, damn. Like, damn, I should go live with her, right? Like, I can learn Arabic, like Salam alaikum.
Dude, if they find out who you are, you're gonna be having a bad time.
Nah, they won't find out. They won't find. I'll be wearing my kufi and shit. I'll be wearing my garbs.
I'm like, damn, this is one ugly black woman.
Shit. What the fuck?
Like, I'll just learn sign language just so I can like sign. I can't speak because my man speaks for me, and then I'll just have the niqab on so they can only see my eyes.
You're thinking it's all fun and games, but legit, bro. It's like those people who get tired of America, then they actually go to live in Africa, and they're like, holy shit, this place is a shithole.
Well, it depends what
You'll
part
know what
of
it's like
Africa.
to actually be oppressed. That's what you'll actually see.
I feel like some parts of Africa wouldn't suck to live in. Like, it definitely wouldn't be America, right? But like, I wouldn't mind being in what's a good South Africa? I hear has good infrastructure and shit. Like, I don't know.
If I remember correctly, the actual Africans hate like American Africans, so you'll still get like prejudiced there.
Damn. I can't win.
But yet America is your only home. That's why you
Yeah,
should
that
appreciate it and love it while you have it.
yeah, we're not Africans, we're Americans.
I'm African American, you know. I'm both.
You're no, I mean genetically you're African, but like mostly speaking, but still African is a really broad term, and it's not like African itself is not a culture. There's many cultures in Africa, there's many nations, many languages. Like we have primarily like Western African descent mostly, but there's also like Southern East African, and it's like all from different tribes and different countries, like at this point we're our own ethnicity because like our genetic like markers are like African, European, a little bit of native and whatnot. That's it's not the typical makeup that an actual African would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. You got a lot of mixed ancestry. It's true.
I don't even know where in Africa my ancestors are from because I'm from Jamaica, and people in Jamaica they were taken there from like West Africa, part of
I always heard
the
people in Jamaica were the good swimmers.
We are, yeah. There's definitely a lot of frickin' like
That was a joke. I see it didn't land.
oh,
That's fine.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm autistic. I'm sorry.
It was a slightly racist, crude joke.
Yeah, they don't teach us to swim because we'll swim away, but we learned after we were freed. Yeah.
They used to tell this story about Jamaica that the Jamaicans were the people who were thrown overboard, but were able to swim to Jamaica. That's how Jamaicans became a thing. But in fact, no, it was just another island used as a plantation for growing crops.
I mean, makes sense. Like, definitely good for growing shit in the Bahamas.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was just sugar. Sugar was apparently the thing that was grown all through the Caribbean and South America and shit. We just grew the cotton in North America.
Holy shit, is that where my family gets it from? Oh my god.
What, that sugar in your tank? You talking about?
No, we just
genetic sugar in the tank.
Like we'll just have sugarcane and then we'll just like chop it up into like bars and then we'll just chew it. We'll just chew the sugar.
I'm pretty sure that Jamaica was a sugar plantation. You can check me on that because I might be wrong.
I think you're right because we just eat sugarcane and like I go talk to other people. I talk to my white friends at IRL and we're like, yeah, you want some sugarcane? Like they're over my house. Want a piece of sugarcane? They're like, what the fuck? You eat that? I'm like, yeah, you just chew it up and then you spit out the chewed up sugarcane. It's like gum.
Yeah.
Look at it like I'm crazy.
That's true.
Yeah, Javon would know how he shucks the sugar cane.
He shucks tobacco. That fool said he shucks tobacco.
Shucks everything.
Yeah, he shucks and jives is what he does.
When you get a candy bar, you shuck the wrapper off of it.
Yeah.
Dude is a mother sucker. Tell you what.
Yeah, Javon's so stupid. Funny dude. Funny guy. Funny guy. I wish I'd been there last night for him and whoever it was getting into it.
It was Rat.
Rat. Yeah. Rat gets drunk. He just don't give a fuck, dude. He'll just say the craziest shit.
He just had that shit down.
Yeah, it does. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, he just don't care.
Yeah.
So when are we gonna start bombing Iran? That's the real question.
I know, right?
Every time I hear someone talk about the U.S. bombing another country, I just hear the faint sound of da 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 da.
We're way better than the Empire, dude.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just a funny comparison.
Like listen, DCAS, I fully encourage anyone who is uncomfortable with the empire that they are privileged to be in to leave. So if you find anybody that thinks that they're on the wrong side and they need to go join the rebel force, whoever that is, please tell them I said hurry. Tell them I said they should do that immediately. Go join the rebel.
I do plan on leaving. I just don't know where I would go yet. Like, do I have a couple countries in mind? But like, I don't know. I want to get a good online job or like a business that I can run online, and then I'm just gonna go to some country.
What country would you go to? You're not benefited by the West. I'm just curious.
I don't know. I don't know actually.
Yeah, I'm just brainstorm. Just think about it. Like, where would you go?
Because my main thing is that I want to go to a country with a lower like cost of living, and then because if it's a low cost of living, but I'm getting paid USD from like my online business or like my online job, then I would American wage but lower cost of living is what I'm going for.
So you want American dollars without American guilt, and you want to live in a country that's going to accept you the way you are, the way you want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's called Narnia. Let me know when you get there. Yeah, it's unicorns and fairies and shit.
Yeah.
Well, what about like Thailand or something? Like somewhere in fucking Asia with a lower cost of living.
Oh, you want to go over there with the boys, huh? With the
lady boys wouldn't like you.
We'll go over there with the fem boys. I don't know, dog. I don't know. I mean, you're not going to have American protection over there.
True. So if there's like some sort of like fucking war over there, I'm kind of fucking at the mercy of.
Well, no, I just mean all civil rights shit that you've been benefited by so much, you know, because you're black and gay and trans and all that. That won't exist in Thailand.
True.
You'll just be a black minority that nobody likes.
But if I do if I don't have to worry about employment, like I have my online job, then what do I really have to worry about really in terms
I
of
don't know, because I don't
discrimination?
know how racist them motherfuckers are, but my guess is they don't like black people.
You get jumped.
Oh, I could get jumped. You're right.
I don't know if they jump you. They might butt fuck you. I
Get
don't know
your
if they
second
jump you.
circumcision. A little too much off the top.
I feel like a black trans person might be in danger of sexual assault, though.
And not the good kind. We're talking about the broken glass bottle in the ass kind.
I have to look it up. Being honest, I don't know what their attitudes are towards trans people, so or black people, I should say.
I mean, my impression of Asia is from like what I know about like fucking East Asia, like
Anime.
China, Japan, Korea. I know they're pretty racist.
All the countries that are westernized because of America, yeah, they're great. Yeah, I agree.
But I wasn't talking about the good thing. I was saying they're kind of racist over there. Xenophobic.
Yeah, they might be a little racist. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, but I don't know if like Thailand is like any different because it's on the other side of.
I don't know. I mean, listen, they might be totally chill over there in Thailand. I really don't know shit about them.
Yeah, I gotta do a lot of more research, but I gotta focus on getting myself that good online job. I gotta get myself my business. I gotta get a business going so I can actually be in a position where I can move anywhere I want.
Javon says he's got family in Thailand.
Javon's got family everywhere. Damn, these blacks reproducing and shit.
He also says he's going to Thailand next month, and he says it every month. So.
Well, it shouldn't be too hard since he's a pilot, and if he gets a cavity while he's there, he'll be able to fill that motherfucker while he's flying the plane.
That's true.
You said he's a pilot?
And a dentist.
Pilot, dentist. I mean, dude, the list goes on.
Philanthropist, entrepreneur, millionaire.
I don't get why people can lie like that. Like, just
I too would become a
just do
millionaire
shit so you
after
can
buying a series of $20 mics.
Yeah, no shit.
You know, to save money.
Like, is it really that hard to just do shit so you have shit to brag about and you don't need to lie?
Well, I guess. What happened to the market?
I think Javon just has some inheritance money and some lawsuit money.
Falcon, what happened to the market?
Big money's flexing its muscles, man. That does it. This is how they do it.
Fucker took off the day after the speech, and then it went the other way. At least it seems like it. For all the crap I got.
We're small fish in a big ocean, brother.
Yeah.
The big fish, you know, rule the ocean. So.
Yeah.
They decide
Dow
to sell.
Jones
Well, you
has
just
taken a shit.
You gotta go along with it. You
Yeah,
gotta
we
either
just-
try and find the bottom or get close to it and just keep buying it. Keep buying what you think is gonna, you know. It's like we talked about the other day. You just gotta keep buying this thing.
Yeah.
That's all you can do, man. You're not gonna find the bottom. So you just gotta try and buy little tidbits on the way down. I'm buying Nvidia today.
Yeah, I seen that one looked good. Well, it looked good to buy because it was way down.
I've seen this stock just sell off after earnings. No, it almost always sells off after earnings. You get the big build up prior to earnings. And then as soon as the numbers come out, and they blew their numbers away. I mean, this company's doing like $75 billion every quarter. It's the biggest company in the world.
Yeah, their market cap's like $5 trillion or something stupid.
It's incredible. And yeah, right. And you have, you know, the Leonardo da Vinci of our time running the company. So yeah, there's competition creeping into the market, but they're chasing a moving target. So I don't know.
Yeah, AMD's chips never got close.
Well, they never have. You're right. I mean,
They
they
never
never have. But they
materialized.
were always, you know, they represented a lower cost alternative for some applications, just like they're going to do with AI.
Yeah.
I think AMD has its place in all this.
Well, that's what I was talking about. Their AI chips.
Yeah.
Not their. I mean, their CPUs did good against Intel, but as far as their AI chips doing good against the H100s and stuff, no.
No, I think you just got to hold your nose and buy there.
Oh, I am. Yeah,
I mean, it all has to be related to the Iran shit, right? That's what makes the most sense.
Now it's Iran. Now they're talking about this private equity. There's a lot of bad loans out there. I mean, we've been watching this this SaaS sector, software as a service sector, just implode. You know, good companies like Salesforce or ServiceNow, and you know, everybody's worried that AI is going to, you know, even Intuit with TurboTax. I mean, it's just, you know, these things are all down 40, 50% this year. These are big moves for big companies, and a lot of private equity is getting caught up in all this. And so the banks, look at the banks are all down 6 to 8% today. I mean, even the big banks, J.P. Morgan, Wells, Citi, you know, Goldman, they're all down big.
But explain this to me. If you have a company, I used to work for Intuit, and I did QBO. I did QuickBooks Online customer service. So I did the tech support side, and I actually helped people work with the app. Explain to me how it is that if Intuit is able to shed people due to AI, doesn't that increase the earnings and therefore increase the value of the company?
Yes. But is something like, and I've been watching this Claude, this Anthropic Claude, whatever it is. I mean, if it can, I suppose, ultimately take the place Intuit software, there, you know, I guess reason would dictate that there wouldn't be any need for Intuit at all.
Oh,
and I guess that's where everybody's going with this, you know.
I see. That maybe you can have one software to rule them all, the software of power, and it can just build anything you want, and you don't need an Intuit. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like Salesforce and ServiceNow. I mean, these are big enterprise software companies. They run whole companies, everything from.
Yeah, but those are integrated softwares that are across multiple countries. I mean, I use Salesforce. The idea that you're just going to build some proprietary replacement out of
that's what the opposition's screaming, all right? But the opposition hasn't been able to move the needle in the last couple of weeks. These guys just keep selling these stocks off. And that's what everybody's saying. I mean, the company's coming out. Mark Benioff came out. He's doing a $50 billion stock buyback. $50 billion. It's only like whatever it is, a $90 billion company. You know, I mean, we say only, but $50 billion, that's major league. He's trying to, you know, stop the bleeding here.
I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to vibe code a fucking Intuit replacement and then disseminate that through what company? You're just going to be like, you're just going to create a software stack and it's just go here and get this software. I mean, I don't know, dude. I mean, I understand the idea, but those systems are already so integrated into other systems. Like, for example,
and they're utilizing AI within their systems. You're right. They're utilizing AI within the systems.
Well, it's not just that. I'm saying, like, for example, when you use QBO, QuickBooks Online, okay, it's integrated into the banks to where they can connect to the banks and bring in your data from your bank into your QBO account. Okay, any software that you just create isn't just going to be able to do that. You know, you're going to have to work with the banks and get. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking like too small.
Everybody that's circling the wagons that's the defense. I mean, if you believe that, you can get these stocks at like decade lows.
Well,
right
I'm
now.
not putting my money where my mouth is, so.
Yeah. I mean, that's really the dice roll.
I believe it sitting here talking on Discord at no risk to myself. That's
yeah. Right.
That's how much I believe it.
Yeah.
You know that Aqua Tofino girl?
Yeah.
She's in a room called Calorie Counting Scam.
Oh, I couldn't imagine what that's about. Of course, it's a scam.
I'm gonna link him in the side chat. I'm bringing the argument up here.
Yep, I've been sitting here watching the Bitcoin. I might buy 500 more. My fucking dumbass will sit here, watch it. I watched it go. Well, I was in Breckenridge. I was doing something. I was with family, but I saw it hit the 62 mark the other day, and I was like, fuck, should I grab some right now? And then I'll probably keep going. A little later, go look at it again. Never mind, it went the other way.
Yeah.
And I continue to do that.
Whenever it violates your cost basis, buy a little bit of it. You know, you paid what, 65.5 for the first batch?
Yeah, well, no, I was up at like 69 for the first like $400 or $500, and then I've just come down since. I think my average position in right now is, let's see, 67.1. So I want to go lower, dude. I'm stupid too. The other day I was like, well, my total in, I'm up like $70 or something. I could just sell it now knowing it's going to go down, and then just buy it all again when I'm down in the lower. And then I said, but if I do that, it'll never go back down. So
I mean, a lot happens at night when you're sleeping too. I mean, you can't watch
I
this.
know.
Only way you can do it is, like I told you, put limit orders in.
Hey, dude, last night I woke up.
Just pick 5% increments on the downside and put your limit order in there.
I woke up last night at 2:30 and looked at it, and everything from 2:30 to the time I woke up at 5 or whatever it was, that motherfucker just went way down. Anyways, I don't remember what the numbers were, but I was shocked. I was like, wow, fuck. Yeah, I need to play with those. I know how to set the limit orders now. So
you're watching a chart, right? You're using Robinhood, and you got a chart up in front of you, right?
Which one? Of what?
Bitcoin.
Yeah. Oh, Bitcoin. Yep.
Are you using a chart? Are you looking at charts?
Well, it's candlestick. It's live. I mean,
it's charts, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Under indicators, you'll see it says you can add indicators to the chart.
I don't know where that's at. Let me see.
Well, you got to find it. There's certain indicators that can give you an edge on buy and sell points. They're not 100%, but they're probably in the 70th percentile range, which is pretty good. One of them I use is called the Williams %R. So if you can add an indicator to that chart, and all it is a graph that'll go under the chart, you'll see it, just a line. And when that line reaches a certain point, you sell it. When it reaches another point on the downward line, you buy. And it works probably 70 or 75% of the time on a short-term basis. It's kind of a short-term indicator. So if you're trading this on a day-to-day basis, I think you got to put a couple indicators into the mix. And that you got to find a way to add indicators to that chart. It should say it right there. You should have where it says indicators somewhere. Google it otherwise. I don't know what the Robinhood form looks like.
Yeah, I'll have to look for it. I'm looking right now.
I'm using Coinbase, so
Oh, wait a minute. Right here, I just found it. Layers, indicators.
Indicators.
Oh, it's on.
Scroll to the end of your indicators and look for Williams %R. if you can.
Let's see. Hold on. I got a
There's a
bunch of
shitload of
shit.
indicators. It'll be 40 or 50 different indicators. Momentum, MACD, volume, relative strength, all that stuff. Indicators can be kind of a validation of and sell points. So
I don't see all that. I do see indicators. I don't
as soon as you
understand
click
what I'm
that, it
looking
should come up with a list of indicators you can add to that chart.
Part
It might
type.
be
I
easier
see
if you got on
candle.
your PC, Mike. I know you're on your phone, right?
It sure fucking would.
It would
but
be
I
a
don't
lot
like
easier
it.
on your PC. I
Or
don't know
that
how you guys
tablet.
do anything on your fucking phones. I can't even see that fucking screen clear half the time. I don't do
I've got to
shit on
get
my
me some
phone, man.
monitors and get this other PC set up, man. I need to
Absolutely.
quit fucking off.
Yeah, you got a big. I got multiple big monitors in front of me. I can see everything.
Yeah, I want to get in on this trading just to do something, and I'm going to put it on a completely separate PC for security
Some people
reasons.
most fail, some succeed.
Well, I'm going to use a very small amount of money. I'm not going to do anything crazy.
That's yeah. You got to you got to be smart. You got to be whatever.
I have a retirement
You gotta
account that gets funded very regularly, and that's my main thing. But I'm going to try this just to do it. So
I think you can add money to that retirement account via an ETF or a mutual fund on a regular basis, and then a little money on the side to trade with.
let me see if I can
There's
find
so
me
many
some
exciting
cheap
industries.
monitors.
There's so many things happening right now, and all these sectors are trading really. I mean, the volatility is crazy. This is a trader's paradise. This market's a trader's paradise. These are the times these guys live for. Or this market's jagging up and down 500, 600, 700 points every other day, up or down. And this is how a lot of these guys make money. I'm not one of them. I kind of gave up on trying to day trade this stuff. I'm just not cut out for it. But I'm good with trends. I can spot trends and I can spot good companies. And I know ask me where the market's going to be in a year. I can probably tell you with about an 80% accuracy rate. Ask me where it's going to be tomorrow. I have no slightest fucking clue. There's too much big money in here pushing buttons, moving trillions of dollars around. We're just along for the ride. They'll find a way to sell this market off a couple times a year. Always find a way. And all you can do is kind of just try and play ball with them, with whatever you're comfortable with, money-wise.
I love how racist was trying to describe stock trading the other day. He said the people who say it's like the house always wins, etc. They're just coping and they don't know how to actually trade and invest stocks. And then literally like 5 to 10 minutes later, he talks about how there's Bloomberg terminals and how like there's groups that are dedicated to all selling at once and like gaming the market and like it's like okay.
Hey, well, I've noticed something about him. Oh shit, my phone's ringing. He doesn't.
What's going on?
He doesn't want to hear other people's opinions. I'll be right back. Sorry.
We all see the same thing. We all see and read the same thing. I mean, right now the economy's growing. This reshoring of industry is happening, but it takes time. This was 40 years in the making, where they shipped 80,000 factories to China. Okay, Trump is trying to reshore these critical industries. It's happening. You saw the jobs number last week. It was those jobs, 150,000 of those were construction jobs. Right? They're building these plants, but it takes time. I'm old enough to have the advantage of remembering the Reagan years, where we were coming out of Jimmy Carter, and it was very similar to this period right now. it took Reagan 2 or 3 years to really get this economy back on track, and it's the same thing is happening right now.
All the good old years when we were going to have a global freeze and gas shortage.
Yeah. We were all in a funk, remember? It was a malaise. That's where that coined the term malaise. The country was in a malaise. And Reagan got in there. Within 3 years, he had GDP back up to 6.5%. The middle class was growing at a faster period than any time in our history. The same thing's happening right now. Wages are going up. You saw the jobs number. None of those were public sector jobs. They were all private sector jobs, 100%.
Yeah, and that's at the same time when we're shedding public sector jobs too. That's the amazing part.
And we've stopped the dilution of wages by stopping the illegal immigration for the most part. The wages are going up now organically.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I totally agree. That's what I've been saying forever. That I can remember when Democrats were against illegal immigration.
Heard you talk about it. Yeah, I mean, you see
they
it.
supported the unions, and they knew it was bad for American workers. People forget that.
Well, they shipped all that stuff to China. Then we imported, depending on who you read. I mean, I'm in Southern California. I saw it first. I had a front row seat to all this. We've imported over 100. I don't care what the fucking anybody says. We've imported over 100 million people from south of the border. 100 million in 35 years. And that was to pick up what was left of us shipping all our fucking industry to China. All right.
Well,
and not only did they take those jobs, they took them at a lower wage.
Yeah, before they were going to China, they were going to Mexico, and that's where a lot of our jobs went to. And we were sending the jobs out as we were bringing the immigrants in at the same time. That was the problem.
And it created the need for a 2-income household. It broke apart the families. It ruined our education system. They couldn't have written a nightmarish scenario for our country. I mean, it crushed the lower end of our workforce. Just crushed them, black, white, and otherwise. It didn't matter. Crushed them. You used to be able to make a good living by, being a landscaper or being a framer or working on an assembly line somewhere. You weren't going to get rich, but that was going to get you a 3-bedroom house, couple of kids, couple of cars. But they took that away from us. And now, it's going to be a slow slog back. I think it's going to take a decade or better, but I think it can be done. We're just at the early innings of it, and I think you gotta participate in it, and that's what everybody's trying to figure out.
Isn't there also immigrants that create jobs though, like the restaurant owners? Like if you want to go get Mexican food, Mexican restaurant creates a lot of jobs.
I'm 68. Okay. There was a time in my life, I moved to Southern California in 1970. I guess I could probably say that's when I started to be aware, far back as I can remember. Clearly. And I mean, none of those restaurant workers were Mexican. Maybe you had the odd dishwasher or something. Nobody that landscaped or cut grass, they were all white guys. Nobody that framed houses there was no Mexicans on construction sites. They were all white guys and black guys. Black guys were the painters, usually the painters and the drywallers. That all switched. It didn't take long either. The guys laying asphalt, you look at those road crews way back in the day, there was no Mexicans on those road crews. They're all white guys. In Southern California, anyway. I'm sure in the East, they were all, they were black and white. Black and white,
I think in the 80s or 90s, they fast-tracked citizenship if you were an immigrant and if you were a business owner, and they counted restaurants as a business. So that's why you see all these like Japanese places, Mexican restaurants, Filipino cuisine. You see all of these popped up because they wanted citizenship, but they created a lot of stimulus in the economy and jobs.
Well, but the jobs they created were at a much lower wage, and like I said, they crushed our blue collar workforce. Again, they created the need for a 2-income household. So mom had to, leave the house and start making money herself. That didn't. I don't think that did our.
Hey guys, Ryan's back to call us a racist. Then leave.
I think it created a lot more.
Also, Ty's here to be a femboy.
Femboys. Well, even femboys can make money. They got any ideas? Always looking for ideas.
Also, I love how Ryan's source is a ChatGPT link.
Who?
Side chat. Ryan Oil. That one time that one guy called you racist and laughed.
Wow. Listen, if your whole thing is calling me racist, you're just too stupid to debate me, and you don't have anything to say, honestly.
Well, I didn't say
Again,
nothing like that right now.
his link is
I
a
just posted a
ChatGPT link. So
yeah,
he
but if
doesn't
you
even
click
research
the
his
link,
shit.
you get to a website, so it doesn't really matter where the link originates from if it leads to an actual website.
That just shows that you
is not
can't search for yourself.
ChatGPT.
And
Yeah, I got it. It's fine that you used it. Unfortunately, you searched for immigrants, not illegal immigrants.
We were talking about immigrants.
We're deporting illegal immigrants, and we were talking about the ones we were deporting, creating a stabilization of wages, which apparently you weren't here for.
So you're saying no illegal immigrants contribute to the GDP?
I'm saying that the negative effects of immigrants doesn't outweigh, or the positive.
Okay, what
rather,
is your
doesn't outweigh
data
the
about
negative.
that?
That's what I'm saying.
What is your data about that? Are you just making this up, or do you have actually data backing your statements up?
No, listen, I'll tell you what. When
It's just
you
a
get
feeling you have?
No, check it out. Listen, I'm going to validate you completely. You're 100% right, and when you become an American, I'll consider your opinion.
Yeah, this is just the American arrogance.
Yes.
No,
because we're
it's
exceptional.
Where does this kid live?
I mean, somewhere not important. I don't care where he lives.
Where do you live, kid?
Somewhere not important outside of the map.
Correct.
Are you in the workforce? No, too young. So you have nothing to lose. You have no house, no car, no family, no dependents.
But my computer, it's my life.
You got your computers, your life.
At least he's honest.
Yeah, he's not alone.
This is some Western European that's been cucked completely by liberal ideology and is probably incapable of reproducing.
Instead of trying to trash talk me, and you can just talk about the facts and about the data. This would
I've already
make you
told
more
you,
valid.
the moment that you become an American citizen, I will consider your opinion about America.
Yeah, see, you're just evasing now the argument because you're scared of my facts that I posted.
You mean
Oh, a
evading?
ChatGPT link.
You mean
Yeah,
evading?
I posted more validity into the arguments I made than you did. You did just make an opinion. You said, "Oh, well, the negative side effects that doesn't outweigh the GDP production."
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't back that up.
Yeah, unfortunately, again, you having an opinion about America is just irrelevant.
Oh, I'm 68. You need
No,
to back up your argument.
He's not 68. I'm
me.
68.
I'm 45.
I'm 68.
You're 10 years older than me and kind of cool.
I mean, you got to be some age. I was born in 1957, so whatever.
6'8", 6'7".
Oh, a boomer.
It doesn't matter.
6'7".
Well, it kind of does, man. It kind of does, because you see patterns reoccur throughout history in different, situations, and
Yeah, you can talk about your experience. I'm not trying to argue that, but I'm saying if you make statements like infinite diversity just made, you need to back that up with data.
No, why do I need to back it up? To explain why?
Because you have no validity while you say
What
that.
was the statement again?
Nobody in my country. It doesn't matter what you
What was the
think.
statement?
You're Euro
He said
trash, dude. You
the
come from a
negative side
cooked ass
effects
fucking
of
culture.
illegal immigrants outweigh the positive ones, like workforce contributing to GDP.
Yeah, you come from a cooked ass culture. You're nobody. What you should be doing
What
is
country?
learning how to be a nurse so that you can deliver the little baby Mohammeds that are going to be impregnated into your women. That's what you should be doing.
You would have had to have lived experience of America during the 70s and 80s and compare it with, present day to really understand what we're talking about.
No, I don't need to have lived there to see the
You would
facts.
you really have
To
to.
look at
You
the
have to.
data we
I
have
lived in the
at that
90s.
time.
I was a 90s kid as a China kid. I'm a Chinaman now in the 90s. It was interesting. Things changed a lot. It was a whole different world. It's a whole different country, feels like.
Look at the
Culture, zeitgeist.
data. If you look at the data, yeah, dog, it's cool. Look at the data.
It was a whole different zeitgeist. I mean, I remember at the start of it, I watched this movie in 3rd grade in Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee. Yeah, Pond Gap Elementary, if you know about Infinite. Yeah, Pond Gap Elementary. It's yeah, we saw this movie that used the word Negroes. I asked the teacher what Negro meant, and all the kids were like, "Oh, what'd you do?" I think that was the start of it, because I didn't know what Negro meant.
Because the start
And
of
some
what?
kids were
Start of
appalled.
what?
Yeah, start of this BLM stuff.
What?
I mean, it was
You think the
starting rising
movie
up
you
in the
watched
90s.
in
This
elementary
BLM.
school was the start
And
of
yeah,
it?
it's the whole.
It started way before then. It started.
No, the culture of the 3rd grader kids around me being appalled by me asking what a Negro was and me saying that word.
It started for the
because I
very
didn't know
reasons
what
we're
it was
talking
at the time.
about, because black people generally worked in the lower echelon of our economy, in the service industry, in trucking, fruit processing, construction, that type of thing, and they got killed. When we imported all those Mexicans, they suffered the worst of it. They really did. It broke apart black families. It made them mad all over again, and rightfully so. We were achieving parity up through the 80s. Blacks were achieving parity with whites, complete parity, insofar as job, wages.
Also, it's regression, you're saying, since the 80s.
Yeah, it's like I said, the
regression
seeds of
with the-
everything. The seeds of everything we're witnessing now were planted 40 years ago, where we exported our manufacturing to China and we imported the 3rd world to pick up the pieces, and it crushed the lower end of our workforce, blacks, really, and many poor whites.
Oh yeah.
Or, lower, working whites.
Yeah, so it is China doing the labor, everything made in China. I remember I was so tripped out. Knoxville, Tennessee. As a little kid in the 90s, I was like, "Yo, this Walmart stuff, everything's made in China. Yo, I'm Chinese. Wow, that's what? Is it really?" Yeah.
All of a sudden, you start hearing, "Well, they're doing jobs that Americans don't want to do." We did them for 200 years, and all of a sudden we didn't want to do them. We just didn't want to do them for half the wage.
It's capitalism. Because you're going to find the cheaper labor, the ways to maximize profit, lower budget. You got lower budget and workforce. Labor is so expensive in America. That's why, because the money and things. Capitalism.
Motherfucker.
Art, who is that in the photo? That's not you, is it? That's not you. Oh, it's T.Y. Sorry.
In her photo? No, that's not Hart. That's
Bro.
Lydia from.
That's a fucking animated character.
What
do you mean?
Who made up Loser?
Oh, I thought you were talking about your PFP.
I don't know what he's talking
This
about.
kid at the very bottom.
He's talking about the PFP of the guy named Femboy Lover or Femboy Tyler.
Well, no, it's
That's him,
TY,
bro.
bro. It's TY. This kid at the very bottom of the chat, Infinite.
Yeah, it's
That's what I'm talking
TY, but his username is Femboy Tyler, and we're wondering if that's actually him or not.
about. I don't know if it's a troll account or not.
I'm pretty sure
Get
this
rage
is the
baited.
account
I
of
don't
that
rage.
guy that's been banned like 4 times today.
Yeah, this is his listening account. Maybe.
Femboy Tyler, do you have a mic?
You're so obsessed with this guy. What is it? What do you want from him? His dick?
Well, he's in the chat, bro.
Yeah, I want him to
want
speak.
talk to him.
That's why I asked if he had
If
a
you want to
mic.
listen to RFK, I'm right here.
What's up, dude? Femboy Tyler,
Yeah, what's
do
up,
you
man?
have a mic? This will be the last time I ask you, son.
Oh. Well, you don't like RFK? I thought you love RFK. I'm right here, bro. Man, I've been coughing up green phlegm. Fucked up.
Yeah, you color matching it?
Yeah, it seems like it. It was like orange before.
True. Femboys are weird. It's a true statement.
It is weird that he's not saying anything. Like, why is he in the chat? So that's the reason why, Ryan. We're not on him or anything, but that's cool.
You don't need a Zol to be here.
Nah, the reason you talk about him is his profile picture.
Oh, is that
Oh,
why?
that's not me, but that's some people. Whatever. They tripped out by it.
So you don't know that we've had to ban 5 people out of here today with the same profile? Okay, cool. You don't know what you're talking about. Imagine that. Anyway, goodbye.
Well, and give some context. I'm not almighty.
Why do I need to give you context? Again, when you become an American, your opinion will matter.
Does that mean I don't matter?
No, you definitely matter.
Oh, that's
Well,
good.
where are you from,
Infinite's
Evil?
trying to boost his confidence.
I know, it's so sweet, isn't it? I was expecting a no fuck you, but, you know, that was nice. Thanks.
Well, Ryan is nobody, and he has proven himself to be nobody.
Yeah. Because I'm not from America. Oh.
Yo.
Hey, man, I'm American now. I sound like your health advisor. Or I did yesterday.
You sound like AI.
I do not sound like an AI.
Funny
I don't
enough,
even think AI
now
can
that you're
mimic
sick,
this.
you sound more like 1UP.
Hey, actually, you're right. That's crazy.
It is crazy.
I didn't even think about that.
1UP.
He hasn't been around like at all.
No, but he messaged me today in our side chat. I think he was in here for a little while.
Hey, let's get him in here.
He changed his picture. It's let me scroll up. I think it's gone. Yeah. Because Caleb was in here at the same time. Yeah. Yeah, 1UP's a Welsh gentleman.
Ugh. That's me, buddy.
I know. That's what I just said. You sound like him. How do you verify, Hart, if a monitor stand, or anybody in here who might know the answer, if a monitor stand is compatible with your particular monitor?
I mean, I deal in OLED TVs. There's like a VESA mount specification, so I think there's probably like the same thing, but for monitors, you have to ask ChatGPT. But there should be
Yeah.
specifications about like what plugs into the back or hover.
Like I can clearly see the back has holes.
Yeah.
So.
But you don't know the distance between them. You know the spacing.
Yeah. Yeah, there probably is some spec that's standardized that I just need to do the research and find out. I've got to get this thing mounted, get my 2 new monitors put up, bring my other computer over here, set the monitors up for that, and then I can install the Robinhood stuff. And then it'll be Command Center complete.
Well, by the way, I've got Infinite. I've got a TV in the back of my car. I just literally found a TV on the side of the road. It works fine. It's like a smart TV that works with your phone. Do you want it? I can send it over. I can ship it overnight.
Dude.
Yeah, send it to Hillbilly Cabin.
Oh, it's just shocking how people throw away TVs and like shit that still works.
I throw them away all the time, but not when they still work.
He's like put them up on like eBay or something. Like give them away for $1.
Here's my question: when are they going to make a TV that just doesn't break?
Oh, if it's broken, then yeah, fuck it.
I was trying to trigger Hart to start talking about planned obsolescence. I thought she would with that, but
Oh yeah.
That was like so long ago, bro.
Didn't work.
Motherfucker.
I know, but it's still in your brain. I know it's rattling around in there.
One of the things that I am sentimental about is like those old refrigerators that people have that last for like 40 to 50 years. And then hearing some retard say, "Oh, mine finally gave out, so I threw it away." It's like literally the thing that it probably just needed was like a new coil or something other, and it would have been good for another like 30 years.
Yeah, but good
These
luck
people
finding
didn't
that
realize what
part.
they just threw away.
But
the gold.
Hard, like remember, like good luck trying to find that part.
Yeah, and some
Dude,
of the
I'm pretty
newer
sure there's like
systems,
people who
it
make
is
like
more difficult. That's true. Like if they have a lot of electronics built into them and stuff. I'm sure that's true. I thought about getting into electronic repair.
Appliance repair is the best.
So like one,
the
I'm
best
sure you
gig
could
in
find
the
a
world.
donor for it.
Appliance repair guys
Secondly,
make
I'm
a
sure
lot
there's
of
people
money.
who still make parts for them, like a niche
Yeah,
place.
appliance repair is what I was thinking about.
You can make 200,000
Yeah.
a year and you got to work pretty hard, but you can make you can make 200 grand a year.
Yeah, appliance repair, small electronic repair, both. I kind of have an
Appliance
interest
repair, appliance repair, man. When somebody's refrigerator goes out of their dishwasher, you're like a plumber. All right, they're gonna pay. People are gonna pay. Generally, it's $150 just to ring your doorbell, just to show up. It's $150 here in SoCal.
Yeah, it's not that expensive.
And it's not that difficult.
Infinite, I've got a better idea. 300 just to get to the door.
I think appliance repair is more.
It's like one of the most boring conversation things.
I'm not sure if this person is even alive. It might be one of them AIs.
Oh, is that what it is?
It's either one, I tell you a few games I like that are single player, or two, Luke ask to play with me, then I'll be like, no, thank you.
No,
So it's like the
don't
conversation
play
goes
any
nowhere.
games. I don't play any games apart from maybe some GTA. That's about it.
She's not alive because she doesn't want to answer your questions.
There you go.
That's
Point proven.
for instance, this is the example of the incel mind. She's not a real woman unless she, interacts with me and affirms my delusions.
Damn.
What delusions? That was